Joey Buttafuoco's on the phone. Joey.
Hey, man.
Hey, so you're out of the slammer.
That sucked, too. It's good that I'm out and I'm home, but that sucked.
I thought that wife that you had was pretty hot.
She
is
beautiful.
She is. Thank you. Vanka's beautiful. Yes, she is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually seeing pictures of her. She was hot, but then she dumped your ass when you were in jail, which...
How
that
does
hurts.
that happen?
That hurts.
Well, no. She didn't dump my ass while I was in jail. She waited till I got out.
Yeah.
You mean you thought you had a marriage right up until the day you got out?
Yeah, actually, she's a great girl. She really is, and it's just like, I guess she just told me she needed a change, but she wished
she needed a change.
What kind of change?
What kind of change? She got a real man like you. And
real man, yeah, just got out of the slammer.
Do you think she ever gets afraid that, like, Amy Fisher go berserk again and shoot her in the face?
I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. But
not unless you order it.
Who was that, Artie?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was still on the show.
That was Benji. Well, you don't get it in you don't get it in the joint.
No, we don't get it in the joint.
Joey, by the way, was most recently in prison because he had a few bullet casings in his house, and as a guy on parole, he's not allowed to have bullet casings in his house, and I guess the cops somehow ended up at his house and found bullet. Why were the cops at your house anyway?
First of all, I've never been on parole.
Oh, what are you on?
I was on probation.
Probation, okay. There you
I had
go.
a 5-year run on probation. So after a year, every month, probation department would come to the ranch and they just do a probation check, make sure your life is on track and everything is right, and make sure you're not doing whatever it is you're not supposed to do. And honestly, I hadn't left my home in a year. I was home and just doing my thing.
That's what's great about this country, that we have the resources to check up.
Sit at home though.
Yeah, but and also to check up on people and make sure they're behaving.
Yeah, well, L.A. was much safer with me off the street and in jail because it was much safer because
we noticed the drop in crime.
But seriously, Howard.
So what happened? You got out of jail. You come home, and the ex-wife, the wife.
Let me back up a little bit. First, with this probation violation that landed me back in there was ridiculous because in 2003, when I got arrested for the insurance deal, they had 100 ATF agents that rolled my house at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was like something you see, on television. You don't really think it's ever going to happen to you. And when it did, they took a shotgun. It was an old family shotgun. I think my mom used it to shoot snakes in Florida. And it had a box of shotgun shells that my son Paulie bought in 2001. Now I got arrested in 2003. So they took the gun, and really, I honestly thought that they took the shells. Why wouldn't they? These were the same shells 2 years later, that when they did a probation search of my house, they found them, and basically that's what put me in jail. And we even proved that I had paperwork that showed when I bought them in 2000, when Paulie bought them in 2001, where they were purchased, the shell casings. We tracked the VIN numbers on it, or the ID numbers.
You were a victim of circumstance.
Well, actually, yeah, and I'm not bitching like, I didn't do it, I'm sorry.
You went and did your time.
I had to take the year, so I went in and did it. It was hard, man. It was a bitch because, like when you get in trouble for something you really didn't do, and it's like, God damn it, So
I didn't do anything that bad.
But wasn't he sick, too, when he went in? Weren't you sick?
Yeah, I was real sick. I'm still sick, man. I'm down right now 50 pounds.
Sick from what? What's the matter?
Artie still with the show?
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to say that a couple of months ago, I was in L.A. I did the Jimmy Kimmel show, and afterwards I hung out with your son, and he's a great guy. I actually had a blast with this kid.
Yeah. Paulie's he's really a good, he's a good son.
How did that kid turn out normal?
I don't know. He's the anti-Joey.
You know what
does he look like Joey?
A little bit, you could tell. Yeah, I mean, and
he's normal.
Yeah,
after the mom gets shot in the fucking head.
Yeah, I gotta say he seems normal, and he's a really good kid. He's got a great energy about him. And
what's he do?
He just we had a lot of fun together.
Thank you, Artie. I really appreciate that. And both my children are really, really good.
Good
kids.
for you, Joey.
Well,
good for you.
What are you saying? Good for you, Joey. Joey was away most of the time.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
All right, good for your ex-wife.
They must have done something right. I mean, he's a good kid. You could tell.
Thank you, Artie. Now I like you again.
No, I'm being serious. It's the
Actually,
truth.
he looks more like you, Artie, so I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people asked if we were brothers.
Is he a heavy-set kid?
Well, not heavy-set, but he's got the Belushi look to him.
Yeah,
I see.
Well, all of us do.
Yeah, definitely.
Remember,
Joey,
Artie, you're the young me. Okay?
Yeah,
Joey,
right.
let me understand something. So you get out of jail. This hot wife, was she cheating on you when you were in jail?
You know something? No, I don't. I don't think so. I really do love her a lot.
Did she visit regularly?
Hey, you know something? You know what I forgot to ask you guys?
What?
Is there anybody else on the line? You're supposed to get David on the line?
Where's David? Oh, is that your buddy, your producer?
David
One
is
of them.
trying
He should
to
be on the line.
Oh, okay. I
put
see.
something
He is
together
here.
again.
Oh, that's right. We can't interview Joey without David.
Right.
Hey,
David, you
David.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great, man. Good.
But did she visit you regularly while you were in prison?
Who?
Your wife.
Which one?
The new one.
First one.
Absolutely.
The new one.
Every visiting day, Ivanka came down to the jail, and she waited on that line outside with all the people that wait out there. To
She's going to have no problem meeting a new man, that's for sure.
I
That's
know,
a good-looking woman.
She's very beautiful.
Any conjugal visits?
He's hanging out at the jail still.
It's any conjugal visits,
Yeah.
Robin?
Yeah, any conjugal
No, it
visits?
was all no contact visits.
Wow.
It was all through the glass and on the phone.
You were in prison. You weren't in jail, right?
I was in jail, L.A. County, Men's
Oh,
Central. Great spot.
Right?
That's
Weren't
exactly
the
where I
parents
was.
great to you, Joey?
No, I was well taken care of with my medical and all that.
Did
yeah,
you have a roommate?
Not a roommate, but a cellmate. We were in single-man cells in a secured area called 1700 and 1750. That was a cell block, and we were on lockdown, 24/7 lockdown. We only got out to take a shower or.
Did you have any fights?
Oh no! They go on, but no, not me. I was segregated.
We're doing a show, Howard, called Celebrity LA Lockup. So the sheriff's department was very, very helpful in doing interviews with Entertainment Tonight and Insider with Joey and making his stay as safe and quick as possible.
So, Joey, tell me the big answer here. So, Amy Fisher's getting a divorce, and you're obviously getting a divorce. And then the speculation is that you two are getting back together as a couple, which would be the most phenomenal friggin' thing ever.
Yeah.
You got to do it. You got to do it.
You know what?
And you've said in the paper you've had contact with her. What kind of contact?
On the phone.
Oh, yeah? You called her?
Absolutely. Well, we talk. Absolutely.
When
yeah.
did you talk?
You know what? I got it. I have to tell you, and it's like, like life has to go on, and like I've been trapped in this whole, well, not trapped, but just like in this situation since Mary Jo got shot, where I was just like pounded by Mary Jo for years, and it was like when Mary found out when we all met a year ago that Amy did what she did and there was drugs involved and Amy didn't remember doing it, and like Mary Jo and Amy made up, and it was like okay for them. I'm still carrying the anger and all this other crazy horrible stuff.
You've said horrible things about Amy.
Yeah, I did for all these years, and I decided, for me to be able to, here we go, here's a little Dr. Phil for you, but for me to go on and get on with my life and be able to like recover from everything physically, emotionally, financially, I need to put that down. I need to put the anger down, because it does. No matter how strong you are, no matter who you are, the shit eats you up, man. It eats you up from the inside out. And I'm like, fuck this, man. Why? Mary Jo didn't even care at one point that, I don't care. She says she doesn't remember shooting me. I care.
So what do you? So what happened? You started calling.
So I have to let it go to be able to make up with my life and go on with my life. So I have a good relationship with Amy.
What do you mean? How often do you speak?
I spoke to her twice this week.
And,
wow.
And you spoke to her on the phone. Did she talk to you about the fact that her husband and her were breaking up?
Yeah, I know all about that. And, I didn't file for divorce. My wife did. And I understand that her husband filed also.
But did
Because
Amy?
you two were talking?
Maybe. Did Amy say to you that she still has feelings for you?
Something, we talked a couple of times, and I'll be in New York next week, and I'm going to definitely go to dinner and just, I owe her an apology from the way I acted the last time that I saw her, and I'm not defending myself to the point, I was sick or any reasons why.
Wait a second. You're attracted to her still, aren't you? You want her.
You know what, Howard?
Honestly.
Listen, it's just me and you on the phone now, right?
Right. Go ahead.
You know what? I'll be in town next week, and I'm going to hopefully we'll go to dinner. And
I mean, you guys had good sex. You had a good time together, so it's not like you're totally repulsed by. I mean, aside from the fact that she pulled the shooting incident.
Yeah, no, I'm not totally repulsed by her or anything that she did.
Did you read today in the paper she just got big giant tit implants?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, David.
All I wanted to say is these two have an opportunity where they can rekindle their relationship after 15 years.
Wow, that would be the biggest story ever.
It was a Romeo and Juliet type of love affair with the gunshot, that everybody heard. But Amy shooting Mary Jo, going to jail, Joey going to jail.
Can you imagine the ending of the story is Joey and Amy get back together?
Yeah, they got to do the movies over again.
Hey, Joey, is there a temptation on your part? Is there a temptation on your part to get together with Amy Fisher just so that you get back in the news and there's a whole big opportunity here?
You know, really, it has nothing to do with in the news. I could go outside, piss along the curb, and it's going to make news. I mean,
which he does often, by the way.
Which I try not to do because in L.A., I think you get like a year for that, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Amy when I get back. Nobody's.
You think you'll fuck her? Honestly, you want to, don't you?
Nobody's the same. You know, everybody changes as time goes by, and you know, she's not the same person she was, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Nor is any of us.
But they describe in the newspaper that her body is exceptional. She has a Playboy playmate. In fact, they're saying she might even become a Playboy playmate. That's right. Are you for sure?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my goodness.
Will you be posing with her, David?
Yeah, I will actually be posing nude.
Because you say we are doing Playboy.
Well, you know.
Are you managing her as well?
Yes.
Amy's going to be in Playboy.
And I'll be doing it with her.
David, has this been orchestrated by you to get more interest in these two?
You know, you couldn't orchestrate this story. Either these two, timing is right. They're free finally. There's some opportunities. I think things have to be life-changing.
Have you told Joey he better close the deal with Amy in order to make this thing happen?
I don't have to. I mean, these two have chemistry together. What you're going to see over the next couple of weeks is kind of like a Truman Show, and we're going to chronicle some of it.
Oh, it's a TV show.
And I think it'll be fun.
Wow.
It's a TV show.
Wow.
Listen to Robin. Oh, yentering on everybody. Stop it. Wherever it goes, it goes. It's going to be, it's going to be all right.
Please.
She's a professional yenter, you know. She gets paid to be a yenter.
Cute yenta.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Joey Boots wants to say hi to Joey Buttafuoco. Go ahead.
Who does?
Joey Boots.
Joey Boots from Massapequa, Long Island, your hometown, Joey Buttafuoco. Hey, Joey, I want to tell you right now, you're the most disgusting, vile human being. I wish death on you. I hope you fucking die. You know what? To fucking do this, to try to stay famous, which is all, that's your agenda. Your agenda.
Gorilla.
Your agenda is to stay famous, man. So you're going to take the mother, you're going to go out with the girl. You're going to go out.
Who is this
No. You're trying to hook up.
You're trying to hook this asshole. Just answer.
It's Joey Boots, for Christ's sake.
You're trying to hook up with the woman that shot the mother of your children.
What about that, Joey? He's worked up, but what about that, Joey? How can you go out?
Who was that guy?
Joey Boots, for Christ's sake. He's
Who the fuck is he?
Joey Boots, you don't know?
I don't know who
He's in the Whack Pack.
Oh, it's that guy.
Listen.
Did he ever get through the 6th grade?
Joey has a good point. He's saying,
he is.
how can you start having sex again with the woman who shot the mother of your children?
You know, I'm going to go have dinner.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe Joey Boots has sex on the table.
Maybe some clams. We were thinking clams.
I mean, your son is going to freak out, and so is your daughter, that you're having sex with Amy Fisher.
Well, you know what, man?
We thought some pasta, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea, man.
No, seriously, Joey. Come on. You got to think this through. This is a major thing.
You think?
Yeah, of course
right,
it is.
Joey.
Well, you know something?
He is right.
I'm heading back to New York in a little bit. Except my life's going in a different direction, whatever it is.
You know, you're going to see these guys on the cover of People magazine. We're going to do Letterman. We're going to do
Letterman.
Well, how do the children feel about this buddying
honestly,
up with...
If Mary Jo and Amy can sit down and not even hash it out, but talk out what they needed to talk out, and Mary Jo can forgive her, you know what?
What's your tactic?
What happened to
Hello? Joey. He's gone. No. David, you there?
Else, everybody else is making up and going on with their lives. You know, I'm entitled to do the same thing.
Joey, what's the plan? You want to go to bed with her?
I lost everybody.
You there? Oh, our phones went dead.
Yeah.
Completely dead. You should see what's going on. Hey, Joey, you there?
Everybody got disconnected.
Hello.
Hey, anybody here?
Nobody can hear anybody.
Wow, the whole...
Maybe they'll call back.
Let's listen in.
Let's hear if anything else happens. We get some inside information.
We got disconnected.
Hello?
I think he hung up.
Hey, guys, the phone system just died.
Yeah, we know. The whole thing just crashed. We're checking on it.
That would have been great if he just said something like, Amy, you can keep blowing me.
What do you guys think? I'll go around the room. All right, first Fred. Is this just a huge publicity stunt orchestrated by David Creef?
Yeah, David Creef is definitely behind the whole thing. And I really feel badly for Mary Jo. I mean, she's taken more shots on this. There's a phone being dialed up. I feel bad for her and for her kids. Joey, I think, is like totally lost.
Robin, is this a publicity stunt? What's going on here?
Yes, there's nothing going on. They're just doing this to get back in the press and to create another TV show.
Artie, what do you say?
It has to be. I agree with Robin. I mean, as low as a human being can go. I would hope he at least called Mary Jo and said, listen, this is going to be so embarrassing. The innuendos, the press, the tabloids are going to say we're together again and she shot you. Again, like Joey Boots made such a great point. The mother of his kids was shot by this woman.
Absolutely.
And I hope he at least said to Mary Jo, look, it's going to mean quick money. Do you mind if we do this? And I give you a cut or something.
Right.
What do you think the reality is? Do you think that Amy Fisher will start banging Joey again? Her husband was a Joey Buttafuoco lookalike.
I don't think so. I really don't.
Why wouldn't you think Amy Fisher would do that?
The more interesting question is, would Joey, if given the opportunity, fuck her?
Yes.
But that's my point. Why would Artie not think that Amy would be open to it?
Because I just think the whole thing is a contrived stunt. I really do.
I understand that, but why would you say Amy Fisher's the one who won't be
she's crazy.
into it?
Well, I
She's
don't know.
nuts.
Well, she's older now. We're all, as Joey said, we're not the same people.
Oh,
we
can
were
you
5
grow
years
out
ago.
of nuttiness?
Yeah, can you grow up shooting somebody in the head?
I'm hoping you can.
Artie thinks Amy might be normal.
No, well, listen.
She grew into
I'd
normal.
fuck her. I'll fuck her. I look enough like Joey.
I'll fuck her,
I'll
too.
fuck her right now.
fucker.
But
While we're waiting.
I don't know. I think Mary Jo, having met her a couple of times, I think she's got enough class in her to go. I don't care how
It's
much
still
money.
gotta hurt.
Yeah, I
What
don't
are
care.
you talking about?
Mary Jo is she's a nice person.
But what does Mary Jo got to do with this story?
I'm saying if Joey did go to her and say, look, I'm sorry about what I'm about to do, but it's going to make me quick money. Do you mind this? Will it be that offensive? Even if I hope he would
And
have said.
Joey's not going to sleep with a spreading Amy Fisher?
I would hope he wouldn't for the sake of his
Oh,
kids.
you're
Oh, please,
crazy.
you don't think he would?
Well, listen, I'm telling you what I think.
Joey will fuck anything.
Absolutely.
Well,
he likes that
he'll be
Amy
fucking.
Fisher.
He'll be fucking his kids. This will be fucking because they're going to be screwed up, and his kid is a
They're
nice
gonna
kid.
be screwed. How if they've survived all this, they can survive that.
I don't think anything he can do will hurt them.
I met his son. His son's a real nice kid. He doesn't seem to have any issues. And
Did you talk to him about the whole situation?
no, that was awkward. I wouldn't have done that. But
Well-
I've actually hung out with Mary Jo a couple of times too, and I think she's the type of person that would have said, "I don't care how much money you're getting. I don't want this to happen." So I think he's already pissed her off.
Let me just say
beyond belief.
something. I'm trying not to blow my stack because we have a phone system that regularly just has to be rebooted. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. I don't get it. So I'm trying to maintain my cool when we're in the middle of an interview, but that will need to be looked into. Joey, you there?
Yeah, I am.
All right, hold on a second here. I'm going to get this all back again. I got to get your friend there, David Kreef, on the phone too.
Oh, okay.
You two are like two peas in a pod.
Yeah, maybe they're having a relationship.
Maybe that's the real story. David, you there?
With Robin.
All right,
How about
Joey.
you?
Joey, the question was asked while we got disconnected. Are you? Let's say the scenario arrives. You're out dinner with Amy Fisher. Having dinner, she looks great. She got the big titty implants. You know, she's wearing a short skirt. You like what you're hearing. You like what you're
She
seeing.
smells good.
You're having a few drinks. She says, Joey, you know, I always loved you and I still love you and I want to
For old
fuck you.
time's sake.
I want to have sex with you. I want to take you back to my house. Would you have sex with Amy Fisher if that kind of scenario evolved?
And Lou did not have his guns there.
There you go. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, totally.
You would.
Yeah.
Thank you. Artie, do you see what we're saying?
He's saying it.
Artie said you wouldn't.
So who won?
No, listen. He's saying it because that's the only way anyone's interested in all this
Oh,
bullshit.
stop
No,
it.
he
Yeah,
wouldn't.
it's to make money. It's
Can
to
I
make
ask you
money.
something, Joey?
No, Artie.
Joey, man to man?
Sure.
Is she
hot.
is she the best
Artie, you
pussy?
crazy?
Is she the best pussy you ever had?
Hot. She is
You know
hot.
something? It's no, but you know, it's that's a tough question. It really is.
You've had a lot of experiences.
Yeah, I mean, it's especially lately. But you know something?
Right. Especially last night.
What happened last night?
What happened last night? No. We're not going there this morning.
Too early.
I'm sorry, Howard. What was your question?
The question is she the best pussy you ever had?
You know what? Amy's a lot of fun.
Well, how so?
She's just she was always just a very nice until all the shit broke. But then
Right.
we all know why and how that happened.
Would she be open to anal with you?
You know something? I don't know.
You never did that with her.
No.
I'm talking about in the old days when things were good, when you had your affair with her.
No.
But
Were
she
things
would,
ever good? I mean, the old days, things were pretty crazy.
well, no, there was a time when he had good sex with her.
Yeah, well, for a long time, but, you know...
But Joey, what about the fact that she accused you of being her pimp and that, you know, and that was all heavy stuff?
You know something? Yeah, there was a lot of stuff being thrown out there in the early days, you know, after the whole shooting incident, and orchestrated, of course, by the attorneys.
Well, wait a second. Doesn't that scare you?
Even my attorneys were telling me what to say. I was never involved in anything so like this.
Joey should have a pimp based on his...
You know, there was so many things said. Honestly, I mean, everything from the pimp to her life with drugs and her whole way of life, and that I gave her the gun and I was responsible.
So I'm saying, aren't you afraid?
No, because you know why? Honestly, we spoke about this, and then it blew up into a rage or what have you. But you know, she actually, you know, told me she never remembered shooting Mary Jo. Like, she doesn't remember a lot of
All
things.
right, so you don't think she's crazy?
I don't think she's crazy. Wow. I really don't, honestly, and that's coming from my heart. I really don't.
Do you have nicknames for each other when you were on good terms? Did you have lover names?
No.
Never.
No, but honestly, like today, look, you know, I know. Honestly, to answer your question, I don't believe that she's crazy at all.
Wow.
Have your kids weighed in on this, Joe? Do you think your kids are going to be pissed if you start a relationship with her?
Probably.
Yeah.
You don't care about that?
No, I do care about that, Artie.
Well, how are you going to deal with that?
Well, he won't see his kids.
I'll deal with it when it comes to
Artie's so serious.
No, this creep you've latched on to, David Creep, whatever his name is trying to promote the fact that you're going to fuck the woman who shot your kid's mother.
You're on Jimmy Kimmel and you're not on the Tonight Show.
Huh?
I'm not on the Tonight Show because Jay Leno's a fucking asshole.
Right.
He's not a Letterman.
No matter what you say, Artie, I love you, man.
You're not even funny, Artie.
What?
You're not even funny.
Dude, you're a creep who's trying to latch on to Joey to try to get him, to try to promote, to try to get him.
Right of your life, and Howard Stern. Without Howard Stern, you're nobody. Nobody gives a shit about you.
Guess what, dude? I had a career before I was here, and I'll have a career in show business. Well after you're fucking dead from creepiness.
You're not on my list.
We got cut off again.
David
hung up.
Yeah, David.
I didn't hang up. I'm here.
still
How did you hang up for Artie?
No, dude, you're just a weaselly parasite creep who wants to try to get this guy to make money off promoting he might fuck this chick who almost murdered the mother of his kids.
Good for you.
You're a creep. You're a creep.
You're the worst.
I am not. I'm no creep.
Wait a second. How did we get into this?
I don't know. I was talking to Joey.
I'm trying to get to the bottom.
It just makes me sick when this guy's like, I go like, why would you fuck Joey? This guy's like, ugh, she's hot.
The guy has no concept of love, caring, romance, nothing. His biggest claim to fame is to be with Howard Stern for the rest of his life.
What's your claim to fame, douchebag?
Why don't you fucking check
What's
me
wrong
out?
with being with Howard Stern?
Yeah, what's wrong with being with Howard Stern? Is that a problem?
But, you know, if you were funny, it would be better.
Well, Howard, why am I on the show?
Because you're funny.
Right, yeah, okay. Sir, what's your claim to fame?
Day, bro.
All right, let's find out, though. One question I have.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude.
aside from your feelings about David Creef.
Right. I met Joey's kids, and I feel bad for them.
Yeah, that's his problem. He met a kid, and that's the end of it.
Oh, he met kid. He met Joey's kid.
Yeah, I met a kid.
Hey, can I tell you
A
something?
guy, a kid who you don't give a fuck about,
You don't
right?
know crap about this story.
What?
You really don't. And you're just talking out of your mouth. It means nothing. You don't know any facts.
What don't I know about it, Dave? What don't I know about it?
You don't know about the probation violation. You don't know why he went to jail. You don't understand why he's out of jail. You don't understand...
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything I'm saying?
You talk like as if you know this stuff. You've done no research. You don't know anything.
What don't I know about the Buttafuoco saga that you know?
Howard Stern. That's what you know.
What?
Just be funny, man. That's what you get paid for.
I'm not. No, I get paid to talk on the radio. And right now, there's a lot of people laughing at the fact that I'm pointing out that you're a fucking creep.
Well, I think everyone already listens to you every day and knows that about you. I only show up once in a while.
Because you're a parasite leech.
Well, you guys obviously...
you have some previous history maybe that we don't know
I
about.
never met David Creep.
I mean, David...
Let me tell you, I'm in the comedy business. I'm working on huge film. Howard knows about it. Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
No, David actually does have a...
You evidently do.
He does do some film work.
What are you doing? What are you working on?
What are you working on, David?
Right now I'm doing a wonderful project with Susan Lucci. It's a Sopranos...
Sounds funny.
Where she's the lead. She is the Sopranos lead. It's called Mafia Wives, the Antoinette Giancana story. It's a sequel to Mafia, Mafia Princess that was on 15 years ago.
That sounds hilarious. Everyone's been waiting for a sequel to that one.
Well, once again,
David, tell him
That's as anticipated as Jaws 2 was.
David, tell him about your previous work.
Yeah.
David.
Hello.
Hello?
Are we gone again?
Where's David? Joey, you there? Again with the phones. Motherfuckers. Hello?
Cocksucker.
Howard, they're still there. Will says Joey's still there. You didn't put him on hold, did you?
No, I didn't touch a thing.
You didn't touch anything?
Joey, you there?
We
had to
can't
call
talk to
Joey
them.
back because his phone got disconnected.
Well, then where's David? Where's David? David, you there? What the hell is going on today?
He and Artie were bonding.
You guys were really going at it.
Getting along well.
I don't know. Something.
Buddy's on the right track, by the way. I can give you a fucking list of who he's booked as guests on the show.
Well, wait a second. I'm trying to find out if Joey Buttafuoco is really hooking up with Amy Fisher. Don't we want to know that?
I say yes.
Well, he
I don't
just-
How are we
He
going
told
to
you
find that
yes.
out, though? I think what Artie is pointing out is we can't find that out.
This is crazy if he gets back with
'Cause
her.
it's-
I think if he
If it's-
does it, they'll both tell us.
If it's just for the TV show, it's not real.
I don't know what's going on. All hell's breaking loose.
I mean, are they going to film them?
I like hearing Artie yell at people.
Yeah,
Joey will
but
be on in 2 seconds, Howard.
are they going to film them having sex, though? What are we
Of
going? Where
course,
are we
Dad.
going here?
I don't know anything about love. David will film that.
Joey, what's going on today?
Oh, I'm back on. Okay, cool, man. This phone keeps getting fucked up on you guys. What's up with
I
that?
think at this time it was you.
No, it was all your. I'm going to hang up. Right? Come on. Hey, you know, Artie, no matter what, I think you're hilarious, and we always had fun, and so that's all
Joe,
I can
this
say
ain't about
that.
you. It's about the kid that I met. That's your kid, who's a nice kid, who I
Yeah.
think you're going to hurt by this.
Yeah, well, Paul, he's not a kid. He's 27. You know, he makes his own choices and decisions.
Hello?
in his own life.
Jeez.
I'm gonna.
What is going on?
And David's on there. Wait, David, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. We keep losing Joey. Did your phone disconnect?
My phone has get disconnected 3 times.
So it's got to be us then.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't hung up because of Artie. Trust me that.
No,
Right.
we know, sir.
Yeah, we don't know. We're having trouble, and I just lost Joey
Your
again.
layer of sleaze is way stronger than that.
Listen, pal. Maybe you and I will meet.
There he's
Oh,
gone.
he's gone. He can't even make his threat or his offer of a
Fuck
duel.
me with this phone system.
Well, you are.
I'm fucked. I'm getting pissed now.
That was getting to be fun.
I wanted his threat on tape.
Yeah.
Well, you got half a threat.
If anybody's worried about XM and Sirius merging, I think it's necessary because we can't afford a phone system.
Do you want to meet?
We're, yeah, it's a. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you what I'm going to do to you.
It might have been divine intervention for that guy, because if we ever met, he might have an Adirondack coming out of his ass.
He doesn't like you, I'll tell you that. All
I don't like him either.
right, here's Joey. Hey, Joey, this is crazy.
Yeah, man, we keep getting cut off, but it's on your end because
Yeah, it is.
We must have a time limit or something.
It's
Yeah.
definitely our fault.
You know
at
what it
this
is?
point.
We have one of those old pay phones.
there you go.
If you don't put the quarters in, you lose everybody.
The operator needs more money.
See, God
Artie's-
doesn't want this promoted.
Artie's really worked up.
Yeah, Artie's pissed off. I'm getting that feeling for the little bit that I can hear because I keep getting cut off. But Artie, it's like, you know, you hung with Mary Jo at the last show, right? Out here in L.A.
I've met her a couple of times, sure.
He
and
is right, Joey, though. If you bang Amy Fisher,
Yeah.
it's going to fuck your kids up real bad.
Right.
Well, the thing is, it sounds like Artie's more concerned than Joey is. I don't think that's a good thing.
Who gives a shit about me? Listen, you know, who gives a shit about me?
But you
No,
should
no, no,
give a
I
shit.
mean
You should give a
about
shit about
your
yourself,
kids.
because your kids probably give a shit about you. So you should
She
give a
doesn't give 2 shits out about you. You can rip my fucking chest out. At this point in time, she doesn't give a flying fuck.
Who's
about
this?
me.
Who?
Mary Jo.
But what about your kids?
You know something? I love my kids. My kids love me. It's like, you know, I don't know what else to
You
tell
don't
you
think
about
so?
that.
This would hurt them?
You know something? I'd probably have to sit down with him, talk to him.
Then
You're
you
going to
wanna do
have
that.
time to talk to them before you
You might wanna do that before the
bang
date.
Amy Fisher?
Well, first you'll bang her, then
know
you'll
something?
talk to him.
Like,
Although I personally would love to see this.
Well, of course we would.
of
It
course
would be
you
good
would.
for us.
I think a lot of people would. I mean, but seriously, I just want to.
When you talk to
Artie.
Amy
Are
on
you pissed, Artie, because
but wait a second. When you talk to Amy on the phone, like, is she talking romance?
you know we talk about a lot of things. Yeah,
Have you had
do.
phone sex?
No.
But what, like, does she ever say, you know, I did love sleeping with you, Joey. You were so great in bed. You're such a man.
You know what? She did tell me that she loved me very much back in the day and now. So it's like, you know, I don't think I'm responsible for her breakup with her husband or anything like that. I would hope not. But I think she's just looking for a change and move in a different direction.
Right, she's vulnerable
Is it
right
merely
now.
a coincidence that the two of you are getting divorced at the same time?
You want to know something? I didn't know this was happening on my end. This has happened like when I got out.
I see.
So I didn't know what was going on.
What is it, Freddie?
On my end.
I actually
have a couple.
I have a couple of questions for Joey. Joey, when you were with Amy back in the day, did you think it was going to get more serious? Did you hope it would get more serious, or was it just a fuck?
That's what it was.
But how about now? Do you think you would
I don't
love
know.
to see it develop?
I'm going to see where it goes.
Back in the day, he's saying she was just a fuck.
Right.
Well, wait a minute.
He's not ruling out the fact that maybe it could develop into something. Otherwise,
Absolutely, he's not ruling it out. But to me, it seems odd because you just found out you're getting a divorce. You're already ready to jump into something else with Amy Fisher?
Hey, he's been in prison a year.
Not that I'm ready to.
There's no other girls on the planet.
Right. You know what? And he's used to her.
By the way, Joey, have you had sex since you got out of prison then?
Yes.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, David's back on the phone.
They can't talk about it.
Artie, David's back on the phone. He was in the middle of threatening you. We're sorry about the phones.
What was the threat, David?
Get to the
get
point
right
where you're
back.
going to shoot him.
Continue your threat, Dave.
What was the threat?
I don't know.
You were saying, do you want to meet?
Hey, buddy, if I ever get...
maybe he wants me to
Artie,
be in the next Mafia Princess movie.
Listen,
Maybe it's
all I
a
can tell you
business
is
meeting.
Go crazy.
I have heard that you have sparks of genius. I just haven't seen it today, that's all.
All right, dude. You know what? You know what? I said my piece. As a matter of fact, this little argument's probably going to get you more press because you're on Howard's show than anything.
Listen, I'm not here to get press from me. I'm excited about Amy and Joey and their...
That is exciting.
That's what I'm here.
You know, David
for
is very excited about Amy and Joey and Mary Jo. He's been excited about them for
David,
a long
why
time.
are you
I
excited?
brought Amy, Mary Jo, and Joey together. They said that would never happen. And the fact is, when you see Mary Jo on Thursday, whatever, she will tell you that I brought them together. And I'm looking for people to have love and be reunionized and have fun and have good families. I have children. I know what you're saying, Artie, but you can't, at some point or another, when your kids are grown up, I don't know if you have kids, but at some point or another, you have to live for yourself. And you can't always live in the past.
Okay, Dave, but let me ask you this. All craziness aside.
I mean, kids are my number one thing. I'm working for 9.
Well, listen to Artie's question.
Okay, so suppose someone shot the mother of your kids. Would your kids? Well, suppose in the past it happened. Would your kids be upset if you were dating them publicly?
Well, listen, I'm telling you right now, people change, and I don't know what was there 15 years ago. I wasn't part of Mary Jo and Joey's relationship. I don't know what caused it. I don't know if there was drugs and alcohol. 85% of all crimes have something to do with drugs and alcohol.
Right.
We'll say that.
Well, I know something about that, but you know.
So my feeling is, and believe me, I know something about this too, and I work for the sheriff's office. They're wonderful people. Sheriff Lee Bach is the finest man I've ever met. He's going to be governor of the state of California. We work for charities called 999 for Kids. And
Do you think you could hook up OJ and Nicole's sister?
No.
Yeah.
What about
well,
that?
OJ was in the same cell that Joey was in, by the way.
Is that right?
And we went in there, and the reality is what we're trying to do is show there is a lot of crap that can happen because of alcohol and drugs. I think if you stay away from alcohol and drugs, there's less than a 15% chance that there's going to be a shooting.
Let's see what the fans have to say.
I can't argue with that.
Stephen in Cleveland, you're on the air.
Thanks for taking my call, Howard. You know, I other than the shooting, I mean, this was just nothing more than an affair. But, man, Joe, you got to look at this thing like, you know, what it's going to do to you, the relationship you have with your kids. I mean, this guy's nothing more than a parasite trying to make a buck. Artie, you hit it right on the head. I
think Artie's changing his mind because, Artie, I think you realize if people are in love, anything can happen. You can have cancer. You can be an alcoholic. You can be a drug addict. I'm not saying anything that's too far away from any family in the world. Why doesn't everybody deserve a second chance?
Well, so let them have love on their own, buddy. I mean, why do you?
Yeah, why do you have to hook them up?
What is your interest in it? Yeah.
What's your love connection?
Why are you the love connection? You know, I'm doing a project coming up with with many talent that are superlative talents. The fact that Joey and Amy are this item that they are is not my doing. I just happen to facilitate it.
All right.
Like Sinatra with Dean and Jerry.
Exactly.
I freaking love you.
Listen. I gotta say something. You know what? I've met Joey and Mary and now Paulie a couple of times, and to tell you the truth, I have an affection for them because I probably have the same background as them. I'm the same type of person, and I really like them. I do. I think they're deep down, they're good people, all three of them, and I just feel that it's just good. This is going to tear them further apart.
Artie,
it's just the worst thing that could happen to a family.
People show their sides. Like, you have a side that you show the public, but then some people
David, you can't think this would be good for Joey's kids to sit there and know their dad is now in love with the woman who shot their mother.
You've been through a divorce, Howard.
Yes.
You know that a lot of stuff happens when you decide to get divorced. Your kids sometimes take sides. All sorts of things happen. All I can tell you is that
usually it's unjustified.
Yeah, I mean,
at the end of the day, this is all for the love of money. What are you talking about, pal?
I'm just saying, as someone.
I'm just telling you, the reality of this is people go through divorce, people go through separation, they go through alcohol, they go through drugs.
They usually don't go through gunshots, though.
You have a life, and you don't live it only for your kids. You live it for your kids before they're 18, and then they have their own lives.
Oh.
Yeah, but a lot of this stuff is history.
Howard?
Adam, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Is the guy from Cleveland still?
No, now there's a guy from New York City. Go ahead, Adam.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello.
go ahead.
Hey, Joey, man, I got to give you some advice. You need to stay away from her. Not for anything else for your kids, but for yourself, man. She is so stupid. I used to live across the street from her. I just moved 6 months ago. She is so stupid, she'll get you arrested for doing something stupid.
She is not stupid. You're wrong. She's a very you sound like an idiot, but she's a smart girl.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's see.
You're an idiot. She's smart.
She drives David. First of all,
and she's hot.
I want to hear this guy. Let me hear this guy. I want to hear this guy. Seriously.
First of all, her husband spent all her money. She told my wife and her girlfriends in the neighborhood. Nothing left. Gone.
We don't know that.
Okay.
This is hearsay evidence.
So Joey, don't worry about the money. It's not there. You have to start it all over again. Number two, the girl drives around the neighborhood with the kids in the back seat, not buckled, jumping around in the front seat.
Oh, that's all hearsay. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't even know if he lives across the street from Amy Fisher.
Dominic, you're on the air. Go ahead.
That's the idea. You don't know.
Dominic was Joey's lawyer for a while.
I started with Joey actually through Howard, and then I helped Mary Jo later, and Joey knows that.
Yeah.
And then I helped Amy get out of jail, so I kind of was there from the beginning to the absolute end.
Okay.
And I understand Howard and Robin's attitude, but what I don't understand is why you would make the comments you make about Artie, who's the best guy in the world.
I love Artie. You're talking to me, Dominic, or somebody else?
Griff, whatever.
Oh, no.
Griff.
Well, I love Artie, man. I've seen him. I think
don't know
Artie's a great dude.
I think he's got sparks of brilliance. All I'm saying is it sounds to me like this issue is sensitive, and I don't know why. I don't know Artie. All I can tell you is there was alcohol and drugs involved 15 years ago. There's not anymore, and if there's not, then at least people can think clearly. That's all I can say.
Alcohol and drugs by who?
By Amy and I think Joey was probably...
No.
Joey never did drugs, and I read every probation report.
I was totally clean.
Absolutely.
Totally clean when all that went down. I got clean in 1988
all
from
it takes
everything.
is one person to be alcoholic
if you can make money with this, that's up to you. But I think Artie's point and everyone else's point is true, and that may be something Joey accepts. But if these kids came out of this okay, I say that's an act of God almost, because they went through hell. I was there.
Do you think things will change when they're 25, that Joey makes a decision like this to do anything in his life?
I don't know.
Let me tell you, they hate Ivanka, his current wife. They have given her such a hard time. They've never accepted her. It doesn't matter if it's Amy Fisher, Ivanka, whoever it is. Their family is never going to accept anyone as the mother but Mary Jo.
Hey, Dominic?
This is almost like
Dominic,
a movie that you wouldn't believe the script.
Hey, man, I got to tell you, and anybody who's listening to this, Dominic and I have always said this. You are very rare. You are, and I've been through attorneys and met with them, and I got to tell you something. You have never lied to me, Dominic. You have never misled me. You will help me make decisions to go on and make the right decisions. And I got to tell you, man, you never lied to me. You never told me this. Honest to God, you were great for me, and you helped me recover for this. This is now part of my recovery.
Okay.
Still 15 years later. I don't know how this is going to come out. I don't know.
If Amy calls me, I'll give her a free divorce. And when Mary Jo called me, and forget why, you know who paid for it, and that was my...
Right.
and it was a lot of money. But all I'm saying is, listen, you got to do what you got to do. Right. But I think Artie, who I truly love, is just trying to say to you, you know, is it going to hurt the kids? And maybe that's a test you're going to give.
Yeah, I think
it's incredible. Dominic, they're not 8 years old.
Well, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong.
Well, it doesn't matter if a kid is 8 years old. If a kid,
are you telling me that at some point or another you don't? Make
listen. There's a billion women on the planet. We're talking about.
There may or may
we're
not
talking
be
about
reasons.
Specifically the woman who shot
and there's
Mary
their
Jo.
mother.
Listen, you want to know
one other thing people are forgetting that she was underage when he was having sex with her, so there was another act of victimization going on.
Nobody wants to listen to me. You guys are doing a great fucking job.
Listen. The thing is, you know, I never met Joey's daughter.
Joey's going to fuck Amy Fisher. I hear it in his voice. He does not. He's hell bent on doing this.
But after I met his son,
I'm hearing that now they're going to just put the two of them in a house and see what happens.
Right.
That's crazy.
Am I right, David, or not?
You are brilliant. You're the only one that makes sense on this show. Because to me, you understand this show.
Oh, you're nuts, David. I'm going to get on Artie's side in a minute.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen. I mean, people make money off snuff films, too.
Really?
I don't know why I'm so smart, but I'm telling you.
But I can't see. I mean, it's one thing to have them have a meeting. It's another thing to have them dancing around town.
Hold it.
Going to Vegas.
Joey, it's a done deal, isn't it? Pretty much.
You're underestimating Amy. Amy has 2 kids.
Hold it, Dominic. I didn't get an answer.
Right?
I didn't get an answer.
She's a great mother.
I don't think she'll do anything to harm her kids.
Joey.
And if you two can put a show on.
I got to have a word in here. Joey.
I agree with Dominic. I really do.
Joey, you're going to have sex.
You've always been the voice of reason.
Wait.
And God bless you, and I love you.
So what do you agree with? He's saying not to have sex with this girl.
Well, that's not the issue.
That's not the issue.
I discussed that on the phone today before they even meet, whether or not they're going to have sex. So Amy's children have to see a headline like that.
So what's the issue?
You could sell this as a reality show.
You want to see them in a house?
Wait. What's the issue?
I don't even know. Howard's the only one that brought it up. I've never brought it up.
No, what is the issue?
If you can believe this or not, honestly, from my heart, I owe Amy a huge apology.
It's not about sex.
For me to get started into this another phase of my life, I owe Amy a huge apology, and whether anybody's there to see it or hear it or not, and I hope somebody is, because I owe it to her publicly. I really do, because of the last try. And the last try, I was a fucking maniac. You know?
By the way, those got the highest ratings of any Entertainment Tonight sweep special ever.
I'm sure it did, Dave. I'm not arguing there's going to be interest in this, but, you know, after I met Joey's kid, Paulie, I honestly said to myself that night, I said, wow, that kid turned out great. He's nice. He ducked a bullet. He got through it, and he's going to be fine. And now you're dragging him back into it. Why test him twice?
Actually, Artie, you and I have something in common.
Artie, in my defense to that, I love my children, and I'm sure you speak to Paulie, and he tells you he loves me. We have a great relationship. We go riding our Harleys in the hills and everything, and I have a great relationship with Paulie.
Oh, here we go again.
Are we there?
Yeah, we're here.
Go.
My son Paulie is not 12 years old anymore. He's 27. He's a grown man. You know?
I know, Joe, but
and my daughter Jessie, I'm sure you met. You know, she's working hard and she's doing her thing. She's 24 years old.
He didn't meet Jessie, he said.
Oh, okay.
I never met Jessie, but you know, again, I just said to myself, God, this kid ducked such a bullet in his life.
Look, we're going over the same thing.
Right. I don't know that Joey's actually. Have you told your children of what you're doing?
No.
I haven't seen or spoken to either one of my beautiful children.
Wait, David, you got to shut up for 3 seconds and let the guy finish a sentence.
That's okay. You guys are doing a great job.
Joey.
Yeah.
You said you were interrupted. David jumps on every line you say. What did you say? You haven't seen your kids how long?
I haven't seen Paul or Jessie since I went into the county, and that was January. I haven't seen them.
So it doesn't sound like...
I've called and left messages for Paulie, but I haven't heard from any. I haven't heard from them. I know that they want to see me and speak with me, but I haven't. And you know, for everything that everybody says about me, and we've all ducked this whole thing and just gotten through it. I am a very sensitive guy, and I know you guys a long time. And Howard, you were the only one there back 15 years ago when all this shit jumped off, and you were really the only one who gave me the chance to speak Honestly, you really did. You know, and I.
All right, all right. Well, everyone's just saying to you, better think this through.
I haven't seen my kids, and I really need to. But I just got out like 8 days ago, and I'm dealing with so much.
There's something wrong here between you and your kids if you haven't seen them for that long. So I would think real hard about whether or not you should see Amy Fisher.
I have a question.
But on the other
did they
hand,
visit him in jail?
No, he said no.
He hasn't seen them.
No, I didn't want them to, guys, because it's a real shitty place to be, even for the people who come to visit inmates. It's a bad place to be.
All right. Thank you, David. And David Kreef. Joey Buttafuoco, thank you. And keep us posted on what happens now between.
You got it, man.
All right, very
Listen,
good.
guys, honestly, I hope everything turns out all right. I really do.
Thanks, Artie. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
right,
Robin.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, Howard.
You let that guy have it in there.
Yeah, I have no more energy. I don't know. There's something about it that struck me the wrong way. And I did meet Joey's kid, and I felt bad. I don't know. I feel bad for the kid, and now it's just. I mean, this is how anybody could disagree with what we were saying in there is beyond me.
Well, you were dead on, and you've been in show business a long time. Does he remind you of a lot of the creeps you've met?
I don't know, man. I tell you, I've met some creeps, but that takes it to another level, man. That's creepiness at level red. I don't know.
And the fact that he tried to feign that he cared and that
he cares about people in love. I don't know, man. It's a fucked up world. I'm glad I'm not that healthy, and I'll be leaving soon. Okay, you guys can deal with David Kreef.
You know what's really fucked up? It's like everybody has a second chance. Everybody should get a second chance, except me. I'm not allowed to have a second chance in my life, I guess. You know, Mary Jo, God bless her, she's got a new guy in her life, and she's happy, and that's good. You know, my children even got a second chance in life because they were very young when all this happened to their mom, and it's, they got a second chance to move on. And like Ivanka always told me, that's why I fell in love with Ivanka. I said, because she always told me, when is it my turn? Don't you get another chance? It's like, I think I just got my second chance with Ivanka, and I really believe that. I really believe that now she's gone, so...
Seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, a show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, whackpackers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today is a best-selling author, a pioneer in the world of radio. She's got one of the most recognizable and contagious laughs of all time. She is also known to masturbate with fruits and vegetables, have anal sex with complete strangers in a bathroom, and take hallucinogenic drugs while vacationing in third world countries. She is the inspiration for nearly every song parody that comes in on the show, and she's one of the few people I know who can challenge me in the boobs department. She is the queen of all media, Robin Quivers.
That was one stranger.
Singular on the strangers. Fair enough. That's you've earned quite the intro.
Oh boy.
Well, we had a lot of people writing questions for you, so I'm just gonna jump into it.
All right.
First one comes in from Robin S. Robin asks, I'm curious to know where you envisioned your life taking you when you were back in high school. If you'd never begun working with Howard, what would you have wanted to do with your life career-wise? And how did you get hooked up with Howard?
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
I had no vision.
Really?
I was just hoping to stay alive. Yeah, I just wanted to get out of high school and go to college. I never had any idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up. I mean, I'd watch TV, and as a kid, I thought I wanted to be a doctor or something like that, and that's sort of how I wound up in nursing. But it took me years to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do. So I was 28 before I even got into broadcasting. So it wasn't like I had this idea. What would I be doing if I wasn't working with Howard? I'd still be in broadcasting because I had decided that's what I wanted to do. It just so happened that 8 months after I got into broadcasting, I was hired by the same station that Howard went to work for in Washington, and that's how we met.
Next question comes in from David S., also on Facebook. Who's your favorite whack-packer, living or dead, and why?
Wow. I guess my favorite all-time whack-packer was Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Hank, the Angry Drunken Dwarf.
I just enjoyed him. You know, I just thought he had so many talents, but was so miserable. And, you know, I just remember appearances where, you know, he'd be falling down drunk, almost asleep, but he'd be in a music trivia game or contest with someone, and he'd wake up and have the right answer.
Hank, the Thin White Duke.
David Bowie.
David Bowie, that's right.
Wow.
And Gary. David Bowie.
It was incredible.
That's amazing. Next question comes in from Mickey M., also on Facebook. Robin, who is your dream guest? A guest that you are dying to interview who has never been on the show?
You know, that's interesting because in the last few days, there have been people's names that have come up, and I say to myself, I wish they would be on the show.
Yeah.
I wish I could talk to that person. And I suppose there's a long list of those people. Cher, Madonna.
Yeah.
A lot of people who, you know, actresses, Scarlett Johansson, you know, a lot of people that just won't do a show like this I'd love to talk to.
It's a shame they won't. It'd be such a great interview. Next one comes in from Andrea F. She asks, what makes a movie star a movie star? And why isn't Brad Pitt a movie star? Got a lot of flack over this Brad Pitt thing. Tell us more.
I'm still arguing with myself about Brad Pitt. I watched Thelma and Louise the other night, and, you know, that was basically where America discovered Brad Pitt. And I even thought after watching it again, I thought, you know what? I thought that guy was going to have a much bigger career. I think that Brad Pitt is one of those guys. He makes the kind of movies he likes.
Yeah.
Not the kind of movies we like. And that's my problem with Brad Pitt.
So it's the choice of movies. It's not the scope or the size of movies.
I think a real movie star is someone who's thinking about his audience as well. Not an artist. An artist is different than a movie star.
Okay, so who would be a good example of a movie star?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
He always thinks about, will this be fun for the audience to see? Would they like to see me in this kind of movie? He also occasionally goes off and does, you know, some of that artistic stuff. But for the most part, I mean, even the cameos he takes are, you know, very broad and things you wouldn't expect him to do, and it's exciting and surprising to see him when he does it.
So is there a percentage, like, you know, Cruise did Eyes Wide Shut, and maybe that was kind of a distraction from...
Yeah, that was to work with
Kubrick.
And all of that stuff, so you can understand that.
So there's a small percentage of artsy films you can do as long as their mainstream ones are big blockbusters.
You're constantly thinking about, you know, I have an audience out there who likes to see me do this. And there's nothing wrong with somebody being artistic either. I just don't call them movie stars.
Okay, there you go. Next question, also from Mickey M. Have you ever had to deal with a crazed stalker fan? And if so, what were the circumstances?
I did, and I don't talk about it.
Oh, no. You got to tell us a little. Give us a little piece.
I had a long-time crazed fan. And it got to be kind of scary because we did all the wrong things. We did, you know, like they had never put out that, but, you know, when this was going on, we didn't have that list of things you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
And we did all of them.
Like what?
You know, having contact, you know, all the kinds of things that if you read a list of what not to do, if somebody is stalking you, just realize we did them all. And then it became, you know, a situation where we had to do something legally to make it stop.
Did you feel in imminent danger? Like, was it that kind
I
of scary?
felt that other people might be in danger. I felt that that person was in danger.
That's terrifying. Brandon S. asks, Robin, do you ever regret having told any of the stories about your personal life over the course of the show's history, such as sexual experiences or coffee enemas?
I definitely regret the meats and vegetables.
Understandably.
I still get angry because that was the one, you know, we started that contest before we left terrestrial radio. And Howard said, yeah, we're going to each reveal something that's really embarrassing. And he revealed that he had had a nose job. I'm like, give me a break. Everybody else went to the bank, and you revealed you did something to make yourself look better. How embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing. Yeah. Next question's from Wilma G. She asks, Robin, how annoyed are you with Benji's bull?
I'm not so annoyed at Benji in general, but when you start to ask Benji questions and you realize he's weaving this web to try to keep you talking about him, that's when I get annoyed.
Understandably.
And I always want to say, let's end the conversation and go on to something else.
Do you buy any of the stuff he's doing right now with the wig and the nail polish and the makeup? I mean, do you think any of that is legitimately trying to look better, or is it just shtick?
I don't think that Benji could have thought of this on his own.
Okay, so there's a team of masterminds.
Would
or you think she's a mastermind?
Yeah, I don't think he would ever put on eyeliner. You know, I mean, we've known him for how many years, and that never happened. He might dress up as something.
Right. And do you think she's masterminding it to get the on-air attention, or because she really thinks that looks better?
I'm beginning to lean toward on-air attention.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because at first it just seemed like this was their personal thing, but when he came in the other day and stood up and he had hair and a black beard and eye makeup and black fingernails, I said, that's it.
Yeah.
This is where you're supposed to say I'm more handsome.
Next question is from Twitter. At River Road Flip asks, Robin, are you planning on going on any more spiritual trips and becoming absurdly high?
I don't know about becoming absurdly high.
No, you will receive with these rocks, special rocks, the energy, new energy.
But I'm going to Bali for this next break, and you know, that's sort of that eat, pray, love kind of destination, and I haven't, you know, made any plans to go to any spiritual things, but I'll see what's there.
That's a good place to do it.
Yeah.
Next question comes in from Danny V. Danny asks, are we ever going to see your boobs?
No.
No, never?
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Go ahead, take your jacket off real quick.
There it is!
Oh, I missed it!
Next question is from Cindy W. Cindy asks, are you being authentic when you laugh at everything Howard says?
Yes, I don't fake laugh.
You're just a happy person.
I do, and a lot of times when people meet me in person, they say, oh, you do laugh all the time. Yeah, that's just the way I am. I'm looking for the fun.
I think that's fantastic. I wish more people laughed all the time.
I do too.
I'm getting out of here. Pat it with all of you. That's such a scream. You guys are why is that funny? Fred, what's going on here?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Weird reaction, right? This is odd, isn't it? Am I in the middle of something odd?
You know, I mean, we all get a little crazy about things sometimes. This is one of those moments I'm not sure.
Is Robin nuts right now? Or am I misreading this? Is this funny?
To put it simply, yes, she's nuts right now.
Okay. You need help.
Well, I want to thank Robin for taking the time to sit down and answer all the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook, you can email, you can send video submissions and actually be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time. I had a fine time with you, Robin.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed this.
Good, I did too.
Okay.
You don't even seem to understand the show. You just ruin everything. You got to be funny in here. I can't wait for you guys to see this on Howard TV.
Daily shows, classics, and exclusive behind-the-scenes access.
Well, that's going to be on Howard TV.
The funniest, sexiest, most star-studded network on TV is Howard TV On Demand.
Hey Stern fans, welcome to Fine Time, a show where you, the fans, get the opportunity to ask questions and interact with your favorite Stern Show staffers, Whack Packers, and celebrity superfans. I'm your host, Rachel Fine. Now, my guest today is a best-selling author, a pioneer in the world of radio. She's got one of the most recognizable and contagious laughs of all time. She is also known to masturbate with fruits and vegetables, have anal sex with complete strangers in a bathroom, and take hallucinogenic drugs while vacationing in third world countries. She is the inspiration for nearly every song parody that comes in on the show, and she's one of the few people I know who can challenge me in the boobs department. She is the queen of all media, Robin Quivers.
That was one stranger.
Singular on the strangers. Fair enough. That's you've earned quite the intro.
Oh boy.
Well, we had a lot of people writing questions for you, so I'm just gonna jump into it.
All right.
First one comes in from Robin S. Robin asks, I'm curious to know where you envisioned your life taking you when you were back in high school. If you'd never begun working with Howard, what would you have wanted to do with your life career-wise, and how did you get hooked up with Howard?
Wow.
That's a mouthful.
I had no vision.
Really?
I was just hoping to stay alive. Yeah, I just wanted to get out of high school and go to college. I never had any idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up. I mean, I'd watch TV, and as a kid, I thought I wanted to be a doctor or something like that, and that's sort of how I wound up in nursing. But it took me years to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do. So I was 28 before I even got into broadcasting. So it wasn't like I had this idea. What would I be doing if I wasn't working with Howard? I'd still be in broadcasting because I had decided that's what I wanted to do. It just so happened that 8 months after I got into broadcasting, I was hired by the same station that Howard went to work for in Washington, and that's how we met.
Next question comes in from David S., also on Facebook. Who's your favorite whack packer, living or dead, and why?
Wow. I guess my favorite all-time whack packer was Hank the Angry Drunken Dwarf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Hank, the angry drunken dwarf.
I just enjoyed him. You know, I just thought he had so many talents, but was so miserable. And, you know, I just remember appearances where, you know, he'd be falling down drunk, almost asleep, but he'd be in a music trivia game or contest with someone, and he'd wake up and have the right answer.
Hank, the Thin White Duke.
David Bowie.
David Bowie, that's right.
Wow.
And Gary. David Bowie.
It was incredible.
That's amazing. Next question comes in from Mickey M., also on Facebook. Robin, who is your dream guest? A guest that you are dying to interview who has never been on the show?
You know, that's interesting because in the last few days, there have been people's names that have come up, and I say to myself, I wish they would be on the show.
Yeah.
I wish I could talk to that person. And I suppose there's a long list of those people. Cher, Madonna.
Yeah.
A lot of people who, you know, actresses, Scarlett Johansson, you know, a lot of people that just won't do a show like this I'd love to talk to.
It's a shame they won't. It'd be such a great interview. Next one comes in from Andrea F. She asks, what makes a movie star a movie star? And why isn't Brad Pitt a movie star? Got a lot of flack over this Brad Pitt thing. Tell us more.
I'm still arguing with myself about Brad Pitt. I watched Thelma and Louise the other night, and, you know, that was basically where America discovered Brad Pitt. And I even thought after watching it again, I thought, you know what? I thought that guy was going to have a much bigger career. I think that Brad Pitt is one of those guys. He makes the kind of movies he likes.
Yeah.
Not the kind of movies we like. And that's my problem with Brad Pitt.
So it's the choice of movies. It's not the scope or the size of
I think of a real movie star as someone who's thinking about his audience as well. Not an artist. An artist is different than a movie star.
Okay, so who would be a good example of a movie star?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
He always thinks about, will this be fun for the audience to see? Would they like to see me in this kind of movie? He also occasionally goes off and does, you know, some of that artistic stuff. But for the most part, I mean, even the cameos he takes are, you know, very broad and things you wouldn't expect him to do. And it's exciting and surprising to see him when he does it.
So is there a percentage, like, you know, Cruise did Eyes Wide Shut, and maybe that was kind of a distraction from...
Yeah, but that was to work with
Kubrick.
And all of that stuff. So you can understand that.
So there's a small percentage of artsy films you can do as long as their mainstream ones are big blockbusters.
You're constantly thinking about, you know, I have an audience out there who likes to see me do this. And there's nothing wrong with somebody being artistic either. I just don't call them movie stars.
Okay, there you go. Next question, also from Mickey M. Have you ever had to deal with a crazed stalker fan? And if so, what were the circumstances?
I did, and I don't talk about it.
Oh, no. You got to tell us a little. Give us a little piece.
I had a long-time crazed fan. And it got to be kind of scary because we did all the wrong things. We did, like they had never put out that, but, when this was going on, we didn't have that list of things you're not supposed to do.
Okay.
And we did all of them.
Like
and,
what?
Having contact, all the kinds of things that, if you read a list of what not to do, if somebody is stalking you, just realize we did them all. And then it became... a situation where we had to do something legally to make it stop.
Did you feel in imminent danger? Like, was it that
I
kind of
felt
scary?
that other people might be in danger. I felt that person was in danger.
That's terrifying. Brandon S. asks, Robin, do you ever regret having told any of the stories about your personal life over the course of the show's history, such as sexual experiences or coffee enemas?
I definitely regret the meats and vegetables.
Understandably.
I still get angry because that was the one, we started that contest before we left terrestrial radio. And Howard said, we're going to each reveal something that's really embarrassing. And he revealed that he had a nose job. I'm like, give me a break. Everybody else went to the bank and you revealed you did something to make yourself look better. How embarrassing.
That's not embarrassing. Yeah. Next question's from Wilma G. She asks, Robin, how annoyed are you with Benji's bullshit?
I'm not so annoyed at Benji in general, but when you start to ask Benji questions and you realize he's weaving this web to try to keep you talking about him, that's when I get annoyed.
Understandably.
And I always want to say, let's end the conversation and go on to something else.
Do you buy any of the stuff he's doing right now with the wig and the nail polish and the makeup? I mean, do you think any of that is legitimately trying to look better, or is it just shtick?
I don't think that Benji could have thought of this on his own.
Okay, so there's a team of masterminds. Or you think she's a mastermind?
Yeah, I don't think he would ever put on eyeliner. We've known him for how many years, and that never happened. He might dress up as something.
Right. And do you think she's masterminding it to get the on-air attention, or because she really thinks that looks better?
I'm beginning to lean toward on-air attention.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because at first it just seemed like this was their personal thing, but when he came in the other day, and stood up and he had hair and a black beard and eye makeup and black fingernails. I said, that's it.
Yeah.
This is where you're supposed to say I'm more handsome.
Next question is from Twitter. At River Road Flip asks, Robin, are you planning on going on any more spiritual trips and becoming absurdly high?
I don't know about becoming absurdly high.
No. You will receive with these rocks, special rocks, the energy, new energy.
But I'm going to Bali for this next break, and that's sort of that eat, pray, love kind of destination, and I haven't made any plans to go to any spiritual things, but I'll see what's there.
That's a good place to do it.
Yeah.
Next question comes in from Danny V. Danny asks, are we ever going to see your boobs?
No.
No, never?
Not if I have anything to do with it.
Go ahead, take your jacket off real quick.
There it is!
Oh, I missed it!
Next question is from Cindy W. Cindy asks, are you being authentic when you laugh at everything Howard says?
Yes, I don't fake laugh.
You're just a happy person.
I do, and a lot of times when people meet me in person, they say, oh, you do laugh all the time. Yeah, that's just the way I am. I'm looking for the fun.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish more people laughed all the time.
I do too.
I'm getting out of here. Pat it with all of you. That's such a scream. You guys are why is that funny? Fred, what's going on here?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Weird reaction, right? This is odd, isn't it? Am I in the middle of something odd?
We all get a little crazy about things sometimes. This is one of those moments I'm not sure.
Is Robin nuts right now? Or am I misreading this? Is this funny?
To put it simply, yes, she's nuts right now.
Okay. You need help.
Well, I want to thank Robin for taking the time to sit down and answer all the questions that you, the fans, submitted. Keep sending your questions in. You can tweet them, you can Facebook, you can email, you can send video submissions and actually be a part of the show. And remember, this is your show, so don't screw it up. Until next time, I'm Rachel Fine, and I hope you had a fine time. I had a fine time with you, Robin.
Well, thank you. I enjoyed this.
Good, I did too.
Okay.
Hey, Gary, how does this work? Like, how do we coordinate getting Nick Cannon on our show?
We're him right now.
Okay. So don't curse because we'll be on his air. And
Right.
yeah.
Have to remember the rules of terrestrial radio.
Yes. They're barely in my memory bank, but...
Well, this is good practice because you're going back to
yes.
the world of terrestrial.
Yeah. Can't say the F word, nothing. Yeah.
It's going to be line 19. He's picking you up in about 15 seconds. They're probably coming out of commercial or something.
Beautiful. Nice job. I don't know how long he can talk because he's, oh, there we go.
They have their breaks.
Water that I have to
Nick.
drink throughout the day, though. So how do I say this? I got to go to the bathroom a lot. But I'm also excited because right now I get the opportunity to talk to one of my new coworkers.
Are you a little nervous about having him as a coworker?
Nah. Oh, man,
he's very opinionated, Nick Cannon.
Mr. Howard Stern.
How are you, Nick?
I believe I have a love-hate relationship with this man.
Let me see.
I've always been a fan. I mean, I'm a radio fan. So
right.
If you're a radio fan, you're definitely going to be a fan of Howard Stern. But then, in the past, we've had our differences and opinions about tons of things. And but I have nothing but the utmost respect for this man, and I look forward to it. And like the judge he replaced, Piers Morgan, always had beef with him, and it was a real relationship. Sometimes we agreed on stuff. Most of the time we didn't, and it made for good television, it made for a good relationship. So being two grown men, I believe we'll have lots of things to talk about, and I think we'll make good television.
Yes.
And I think, I think our differences will kind of come.
I can't get a word in.
Does he know we're here?
I can't wait to watch. And the good news is, thanks to Howard, we can thank him for having you in New York every single day.
I really appreciate Mr. Stern because I get to be at home with my family in New York because he's such a big dog. He got them to pay him millions and millions of dollars and move the whole damn show to his neck of the woods.
That's right.
So that's hot. Wait, he actually supposed to call it
I'm here
right now. So we're waiting to get him on the phone.
I'm here.
We got him? We got him? All right.
Yeah.
Oh!
Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Howard.
Good morning. Now,
such an honor.
A pleasure to be on your show, and I'm saying welcome back. I know that you were ill.
Yes, this is my first day back, man. So you're my first guest of the new year.
And let me say, I am excited to be on your show because, after all, you're on my old radio station.
Yes, I am, and terrestrial radio is treating me very well. I hope satellite is treating you as well.
Well, let me remind you that, first of all, you can curse on our show. We can't curse on your show. So for purposes of this discussion, go ahead. You can say whatever you want, but I'll be cool with you.
See, you are so intelligent with that, and I want to commend you because I know everybody's all worried about what you're going to do on television like you're not a professional, like they didn't know you've been doing this for 35 damn years. So
no, my philosophy with America's Got Talent, and you know this, that I am a fan of the show. I'm a fan of you on the show. I was very worried when you were ill. I got nervous, but I feel now it was correct me if I'm wrong, but I just read that you had kidney stones, not kidney failure.
No, see, this is the thing. I was telling the story a little earlier. They originally thought like I had acute mountain sickness because I was in Aspen, and then I did all these tests, and then they were like, oh, it's just kidney stones. Then they were like, no, we didn't find any stones, and they thought it was a kidney infection, and it was a lot more serious, and they found out that my kidneys weren't functioning well. We didn't want to say kidney failure because when people think kidney failure, they think, I got to go get new kidneys and it's Gary Coleman and all of that stuff. So we didn't want to go there, so we said mild kidney failure.
Are you all right?
I am. I got a couple more procedures I got to go do and everything, but I'm good. I'm back. I'm feeling 100%.
Has anyone spoken to you about your lifestyle? In the sense, I read about you, and I've spoken.
I tell them all the time.
Yeah, I've spoken to some of the people at America's Got Talent about you, and I said, I really do like Nick as the host, and I want him as the host. I said, what is?
They probably would have fired me if you said.
No, they describe that you are a guy who carries a pillow around with him and catches like 5 minutes of sleep here and there.
Yeah,
and why the mad drive? In other words, you've got America's Got Talent, you've got the radio show. Between those two things, that's a pretty busy life, and now you have twins, and you got a whole thing going.
Right.
Why are you grabbing it so much? You're gonna kill yourself, and I mean that seriously.
I know that now, Howard, and I actually, I was always saying, the harder you work, the more, you can accomplish. I was always taught that, but because of this situation, I definitely know that I don't need to go too hard. I don't need to,
Well, what will you cut back on? In other words, you're going to do America's Got Talent. You got to do that. And the radio show you're committed to.
Yes. So it's more about just my way of living. I was doing that. I was DJing, stand-up comedy, still trying to run a couple companies. So it's really just about taking time. And
so what are you going to cut out? You know what I would cut out? Parenthood. Why don't you just...
now.
Don't see the kids.
That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. So I'm not cutting that out, but I'm pretty sure you can give me some tips on how to juggle that whole thing.
You are juggling more than any guy. It's a funny thing with you. I mean, a lot of people probably say to themselves, me included, he's married to Mariah Carey. The woman has more money than God. You really could sit back and relax. So I admire your work ethic. In other words, you're not sitting there going, hey, Mariah Carey can support me. You're not saying that.
I would be a punk if I did that.
Right. I admire that. I admire that. But to take on 20 jobs, a lot of my Jamaican friends will do this. They take on 20 jobs. But
Howard, you're his new coworker, and he gave me a hard time because I emailed him when he was in the hospital.
Did you
call
him? Not one damn time.
Did Howard call him?
I'm a fan of the Stern Show.
How would I call him?
He was concerned.
Did you call him and say, Nick,
I don't know. I don't have any relationship with Nick. I mean, I expect that we'll form one when we work together.
Right.
Now, tell me what the schedule...
Robin, let's ask Robin. Robin, if Howard Stern went into the hospital for over 2 weeks for almost a fatal situation, wouldn't you at least call him?
Oh, absolutely. I'd be there.
Robin, oh my goodness, girl, have my back. I emailed him. He needs his rest. He never.
Oh, that's cruel.
Call him in the hospital.
People say I'm cold. You're cold.
I'd be there sleeping on the floor.
Robin would be straddling me.
My wife
I'd become his nurse.
Robin would be straddling me if I was in the hospital with a...
Hey, Mariah, is it okay if I straddle you in the hospital?
Yes.
You know she gonna whoop your ass.
No, she knows I'm joking. Robin said it, not me.
By the way, now that I'm on this America's Got Talent, there was a tabloid report where they were saying I tweeted out a terrible thing about Mariah Carey and we're having this whole war. And I just want to go on record in front of Nick and say I never have done that. I don't
never
even
said whatever they quoted him as saying.
Oh, I said it. I never called Mariah Carey a bitch. I don't know where that came from. I don't talk that way.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. I remember what it was because when when I first started this show, because obviously you used to be on this frequency, and
yes,
you said that if I was going to be successful here, I was going to have to talk about certain things, and we got a little lewd, and and we went there, and then I think at the time you had seen a video or a picture of my wife where you thought she had put on some weight, and I thought that was very rude and disrespectful. So as
probably was.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'm going to have to whoop Howard Stern's ass when I see him.
Listen, I'm ready to take my whooping.
Well, now my kidneys ain't working right, so I got to get back in shape.
He's ready to take you on now.
Are you kidding? Yeah, as long as you're ill, I can take you on. I might be able to last 5 minutes in the fight if you are sick.
Yeah, you got to let me get back in shape. I still need a couple more.
I understand. I'm not letting you get back in shape. But Nick, listen, I am looking forward to this. I have so many questions. I mean, I don't even understand the schedule when we're going to probably meet in Los Angeles. I guess is our first time when we go to do the initial show, the tapings.
Right. I was actually having questions for you. I mean, we have the Howard TV guys here, and I was asking them, like, are they traveling with you, or are we doing? Because sometimes our shows are going to be like in the middle of the week, and I know I got to get up early as hell to do my radio show, especially on the West Coast.
No, I worked out my schedule that I'm taking off the weeks that we travel, or taking off at least a few days.
I need your agent.
No.
Yeah. Well, because I don't want to end up with kidney failure.
Right.
Exactly.
I could not, I'll go on record, I could not do your schedule and have the pressures of 2 young children at home. I don't know how you're doing it.
And we didn't even talk about the sitcom.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And to me, I can't wait to ask you stuff like when you and Mariah, because she's so famous,
Right.
When you guys go and buy a house, like how do you work out? Do you pay? Like, do you guys have an arrangement where you each pay half?
It all depends. It depends. Like in New York, that's her house.
Right.
I stay in her apartment. But in L.A., where I'm originally from the West Coast, we split the bills, and I'm looking. That's the thing. Like I want to buy an East Coast home for our family now, personally.
But Nick, is it awkward? But Nick, is that seriously awkward? Because like all of a sudden you get the gas bill or something, and you turn and go, well, I paid half, you pay half, and I mean, to me, it is one relationship, and that apartment should be yours. You know what I mean?
That house. You know how much that apartment costs?
How does that all work? I got to know. I mean, I want to break this down.
I'm sure he had to sign like a major prenup.
Did you?
Absolutely. Why? I mean, we talked about this on the show before with Sarah Lee and I. I believe when two people come into a relationship, I mean, I had a little bit of paper. I wasn't broke. I wasn't.
Right. No, I mean, you make a good living.
Yeah, so I came in with what I had, and and she came in with what she had, and it was like, if in case I don't believe in divorce,
right?
If it did happen, then
it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we would do what we would have to do.
He keeps working like that; it's going to happen.
Nah, because I work hard at home first. I'm daddy and husband first.
When are you ever home, though? When is Nick ever home? Nick, when are you ever home? You're barely home.
I have been home recently.
In the bed.
Well, yeah, because you're ill.
No, honestly, honestly, we travel together. It's actually been really beautiful. I mean,
how often am I going to hang with Mariah? I assume.
Does she come to the set?
Never.
She never comes to the set?
She performed the first season I got there and hung out a couple of times, and she was like, all right, I'm over it. I'll watch it from home.
Yeah, but wait a second. You put in long days, right? I mean, when they do these tapings in San Francisco.
Are you ready for these days, Howard?
No.
I told you how long these days are?
Do you want to know the truth? They lied to me when they hired me.
They didn't tell you about them 16-hour days, huh?
No, because they said, I'm on the phone with them making arrangements, and they had originally told me that on these taping days, you work from like 11 in the morning till about 7 at night. So I said, oh, okay, I can deal with that. It's hard for me because I get up so early. I wish they could start at 6 in the morning, But then so then the other day I'm in a conversation and they go, oh, did anyone tell you about the grueling days? I go, what grueling days?
What grueling days?
They
Nobody mentioned it.
Long grueling days. I'm going to tell you all about it. Matter of fact, I mean, we got these things over here called commercials, Howard.
No, you don't need to do. You can take. Listen, this is special.
Commercial. We'll be back with more.
No. Nick.
Maybe he can continue to talk to us.
Can you continue talking to us?
Absolutely.
Oh, good. All right.
We'll be back on 92.3 now, but I'm still rocking with Stir. So what's next?
Hey, Nick.
I'm still here.
Oh, you're there. Okay, all right. I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear him, though.
You're telling me.
Yo.
Okay, you there with me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's echoing for some reason.
Probably because we got some strange kind of feedback. I apologize for that, sir.
What are you saying? It's 11 o'clock in the morning. You start taping, and then it goes to like 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, so sometimes we start like 11, at least 11 to 11. 11 to 11, like 3 days in a row.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're going to have a judge sitting there sleeping. I'm going to be sleeping.
15-minute tea breaks because, like, Sharon's British and stuff. So, like...
No wonder you carry around a pillow. No wonder you carry around a pillow. My God. I'm going to share your pillow.
So are there long breaks, though, during, because Howard thought that there's you need time to set up, and there's lots of sitting in your trailer.
No, there's no like when we do, especially the audition days, they just fun. It's like you have to sit through like 200 people.
Oh my God,
doing ridiculousness.
I'm not going to have much patience for that.
Oh, it's going to be great. I cannot wait to see. Because that was the thing about Piers Morgan. He did Piers was a diva. I'll put it out there. Like he would like walk off and be upset and be like, "You're wasting my." Especially when the CNN stuff came up, you're like, wasting my time.
Right. Well, I watched that and it felt kind of false to me, that the whole rivalry between him and Howie and all of that.
Yeah, that stuff was a little put on, but like Piers like showing up when he wanted to and mad that we were there all day, and like he did that. So I could only imagine. Like I know you're not gonna go for that.
That's what I heard. I heard that like Piers would actually go up and tape some stuff for CNN between the acts and then walk off and all that stuff. And like, no, I'm not going to. Listen, I'm there to work. I even told these guys, there's no nonsense. I'm walking in. I'm not making the show about myself. I'm there to give you my opinion on these acts, and that's it. I'm not going to walk in.
The beautiful thing, though, you have already established the fear of God in everyone over there.
I know.
I'm just going to ride with you.
But why is Mariah never coming by to, like, hang with you at work? I mean, you're putting in these long days. Why doesn't she come by and, like, I can hang out with her while you're working? I can, hang out in my trailer with her.
You're going to be working, too. But, no, honestly, well, because in the cities when we travel, obviously because we're traveling, but when I was in L.A., she would be in New York a lot of times. So maybe now that since you moved the show to New York, we might be able to get a Mariah Carey appearance.
Now, you're happy about the show moving to New York because now look, how were you doing the radio show? You would get up at 1 in the morning and start at 3 in the morning?
This was the craziest thing ever. Like, I'm so grateful and thankful for you, especially during the live shows when they were in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because what would happen, I would finish my radio show at about 7 a.m. I would have, you have to do a couple of things afterwards. Maybe I have to do my countdown show or something. So I'd get to the set directly from my radio show by 9:30, 10, do the whole hair, wardrobe thing, be on set from 10 all the way to about 8, 9 at night, like, because you got to do, as the host, I got to do, like, rehearsals and talk with the acts and all of that, and then you do the live show, which you don't have to come into till about 4 or 5, but I'm there the whole time, and then I'd go straight back to my radio show, so I wouldn't go home or anything. Like, I would lose 20 pounds every summer.
Oh, my God. I mean, I am amazed by this schedule, and your life becomes a burden and a holy hell, right?
Yeah, so I'm grateful for you. Like, you have saved my family and my life.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that's got to affect a marriage. When I don't see my wife for a while, it gets weird. You know what I mean? If you're working those amount of hours and you're coming home grumpy, there's no friggin' way you can hold on to a marriage.
Well, the beautiful thing, how it usually works, like I said, Mariah normally would be on the East Coast, and America's Got Talent is only the first part of the week. So the second part of the week, I would go back to New York, and it would just be us. So,
and then when you would go back to New York, you're busy trying to catch up on sleep, right?
Well, that's where the good times happen, Howard.
Not really. I mean, you got to be exhausted.
Nah, come on, man. I'm still young and very viral. I get it in.
By the way, when you got married,
yes,
you gave up an incredible sex life. This guy, Nick...
What are you talking about?
He has dated, the laundry list of women he's dated. Well,
your research.
Oh, my God. It's unbelievable.
I didn't know he was up to all that.
Nick, talk about, first of all, when he married Mariah Carey, he was engaged for, he was going out with her for 6 weeks, and then he got engaged.
I know. I remember the televised engagement.
Right. Do you think that was a craziness, Nick, to get engaged that quick?
I'm sorry. You said, what was the last thing?
Was that craziness, getting engaged that quick? 6 weeks.
Absolutely. I mean, celebrities, we're a little crazy. We do crazy, impulsive things, but I had always been a huge Mariah Carey fan, and it was like a love at first sight thing, and we just hit it off. We said, let's rock with it. Let's see what happens.
But you got engaged to this Victoria's Secret model after knowing her for 6 weeks as well. It's a pattern.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, where you asked her to marry you on TV.
Right.
Yeah, but that wasn't 6 weeks. Wasn't that a little long?
No, it was you proposed on a Times Square Jumbotron 6 weeks after meeting the Victoria's Secret model, Salida Ebans.
I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a Victoria's Secret model.
Hey, you're a man. You got to do it.
Exactly. I think I'm in love with being in love. I'm one of those hopeless romantics. So.
Do you miss that?
Nah, not anymore. I mean, I got my soulmate, the dream girl that I've always ever wanted. Like, I don't feel like there's anyone I could go up from Mariah Carey.
That's perfect.
I've been in love with her since I was a kid.
Do you guys ever make love and have her music on the turntable?
Oh, absolutely.
You do? Yeah. Would she ever sing to you during sex?
Yes.
I would love that.
Oh, my goodness.
See, I think that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
You're saying Mariah will start to sing.
Married to Mariah Carey.
And Mariah will start to sing during your sexual activities.
when I'm doing a good job.
Good Lord.
Does she sing a new song?
Does she sing Hero or she writes something spontaneously?
Yo, I ain't got Hero yet.
You're working your way up to Hero.
Exactly. I need to put in some more work. So,
Wow.
all right, I think we get ready. We can come back on my show right now.
Good.
Too,
All right. All right. Go ahead.
I mean,
I like this.
This is good. This is like double rate. Have you? I mean, in all your 30-some-odd years of radio, have you ever done this before?
Nick, I've done it all.
I know you have.
Yes. No, I've done this.
I'm a huge fan of the show too. Right?
Thank you. No, I love that. And by the way, when you got ill, I seriously debated not doing the show because I said if he isn't the host,
he needed you.
I
He
said
said that.
I need this guy to get better. You do an excellent job.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I mean, I know you always made fun of me, like, what do you always say? I say, America have voted.
Yes.
I put on my black voice.
Well, you put on a little bit of street for me, but because I know you. You've been in show business since what, like you're 9?
Not 9. Well, I've been doing stand-up since I was probably like 15.
And your dad is a TV like a televangelist, right?
Yeah, he started, like, in North Carolina, he was a public access dude.
And he would go on TV and preach the gospel?
He preached the gospel, and he would let me open up with and do, like, a couple of Jesus jokes before he went on and stuff, and that kind of started my whole career.
Are you close with him?
Yeah, absolutely. My pop, and he's still doing his thing. He does the circuit, he does evangelical work and all that type of stuff.
Are you a real believer?
Absolutely.
Here we go. We're coming back. We're coming back, Howard.
Speaking of believing, we coming in live now.
We're still entering up.
92.3 now, rolling with Nick Cannon, and I am on the air live.
Well, let me
with
recap.
Howard Stern, thank you for being on my show and allowing me to be on your show.
Nick, let me recap. We've been on my radio show while you've been in commercial. Let me review what I've learned during the commercial. All right, number one, this was amazing. Mariah Carey sings to Nick during lovemaking.
Yeah. Only when I'm doing it well.
She has never.
Not Hero yet.
He's working his way up to Hero, which is the real creme de la creme of lovemaking.
Exactly.
People don't know this about you, but you lost your virginity when you were 13 years old.
Yes, I did. I mean, my listeners know that because I talk about it all the time about how. I cried. The girl made fun of me. It was the worst ever. And
made fun of you because you were bad at it.
Yes, I was horrible at it. She said it was in front. It was actually at church. We were just talking about me being the son of a preacher man, and it happened at a church lock-in, and everyone laughed at me.
Horrible.
And from that day, I vowed no one would ever make fun of the canon.
So when you
a church lock-in, what's that?
What is a church lock-in? That sounds horrible.
Church lock-in is
no.
No.
When you live in an urban community, like there's a lot of stuff going on at night, so they try to keep all the youth in the late night. So they have these things where, like in the gymnasium, it's like a lock-in where they have like games and stuff. It's supposed to be like you play like Jesus games. And
no wonder you don't want to stay home.
Having sex and stuff at church.
Right. So this was an effort to keep you harnessed.
Yes.
Right. And so they lock you up. So one would think you hate religion because your parents were so involved in it and they pushed you into it and then they locked you up and kept you tame. You would think.
Not really. I don't think, because you know what? I'm more of a spiritual person now, especially, going through what I just went through with my health and everything. But I've always had a strong foundation in spirituality. I think religion, especially like the business of religion, is horrible, and I've actually seen every aspect or a lot of aspects of it. So I kind of go the other way with that. But
do you say that to your father?
Yeah, absolutely.
You said to him, Dad, I don't like the whole you going on TV, raising money, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I'm not. We have this debate a lot, all the time. About a lot of ministers that have been, close to our family for a long time. I'm not into the business of selling God.
Does your family hit you up for money all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you supporting your parents?
Nah. Like I said, my dad and my mother. Honestly, most of my parents have accounting degrees, so
right.
That's actually helped and hurt.
So who's hitting you up for money? Your cousins and all that stuff?
I got 4 younger brothers that just some old thugs.
So you have to send them money.
Yeah, I mean, well, now I employ them. I have them work for, a couple of my companies and do different things. And, they working, doing their thing. A couple of them trying to entertain and stuff. But
Are you resentful of that?
Nah, not at all. They're my younger brothers, so I'm the oldest. So I kind of I hold it down.
Was their attitude, when you married Mariah Carey, now we're in the money kind of thing?
Absolutely. Everybody thought it was different. I was like, that's her money. I ain't got that. However much money she got, we still working with the little. We were talking during the commercials. Your audience didn't hear this, but you have a pattern of meeting women, going out with them for 6 weeks, and then asking them to marry you. I only did that like 3 times.
All right, no big deal.
That's not a pattern.
Is it true that you made love to Lindsay Lohan?
Make love?
Yes.
I never made love.
All right. Did you have sex with?
Wife.
Did you have sex? Did you have sex with Lindsay Lohan?
No, Howard, I did not.
Do you know her?
Yes, I do know.
Why is it that you reportedly dated her? Did you?
What, dating and we were friends. We did a movie together. We did a film called Bobby, and we hung out a couple.
When you say hung out, did you kiss her?
I mean, it was late. It was.
So you made out with Lindsay Lohan. How far did you get with her? Second base? Third base?
I didn't. Lindsay Lohan at the time, we were very respectful with each other during the time because we were trying to be professional. And she was actually, you know what it was? I actually had a lot of respect for Lindsay because she was a lot younger at the time. I was real weirded out about younger girls. I've never really been into young girls, and I always kind of looked at her like she was just a young girl. So
yeah, but yet you guys made out. You were attracted to her.
Not really. I would say she was more attracted to me.
So she came on to you and started making out with you.
Absolutely.
And you pushed her away?
I didn't push her away. I'm still a man, Howard.
So she did things to you?
No, Howard. We were respectful. We were
What does that mean, respectful?
I mean, out of all the people you could choose, you picked Lindsay Lohan?
I would have told you the dirt about Kim Kardashian and all that. Why you go?
What'd you do with Kim Kardashian?
I like Lindsay and her family. I actually have a soft spot for them.
What'd you do with Kim Kardashian? You made love to her?
Yeah.
You did?
Everybody knows that. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, see, you got to get up on the pop culture, man.
I tell you what, you gave up a pretty active sex life to marry Mariah.
I did, and it was well worth it, Howard.
Yes. You're happy.
Happier than happy, especially through this entire process of help. I mean, we've become so much closer, and our family is so just tight-knit, and I even got a chance to see a different side of my wife that through this process to where she just became so nurturing, and I mean, she's really, I'm in debt to her forever, even after this entire health scare.
Your relationship got better?
Way better. I mean, it was great already, but I mean, now...
I watched that interview with the two of you where she turned to to whoever was doing the interview.
I think it was Barbara Walters.
It was Barbara Walters, and she said, well, Nick's not like the greatest husband.
No,
she did not say that.
That's how I interpreted it. I mean, it was...
That she doesn't trust me because I'm a man because of my promiscuous sex life.
So have you cheated?
I got married.
Did you cheat?
Never.
You never cheated?
Nah, I don't need to. I did everything before I got married.
You certainly did.
And he doesn't have time.
Why break up with a Kim Kardashian? Certainly good looking, right?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you why I did that on your show, but I got to go to break because I got these things again called commercials.
All right, I'll let you go.
I'll let 92.3 now.
All right.
All right.
Okay, quick, Nick. I want to find out what he did with her.
Right. Why did he break up?
He's got to play music, too, you know. That's a top 40 station.
Oh, is that what we're doing now?
I think so. Plus, Dave Navarro's here. I got to talk with Dave.
Ah.
And I got to take a break. I'll
We have to let him go?
I think so. I think he left.
You know, he said he has to go to the bathroom a lot. He's drinking a lot of water because of that kidney thing.
All right, I'll let him go.
Hey, looked like you had fun in there.
We did. This is what we do, man. I told you, I'm a huge Stern fan.
So now that you've spoken with Howard, what do you think working with him will be like both on the air and behind the scenes?
Man, it's amazing. I'm excited about the opportunity. I mean, just to sit at the feet of King of all media and watch him do his thing like this, it's an honor.
All right, and most importantly, after hearing your phone call with Howard, do you think Mariah's opinion of Howard will change?
You know what? I was talking to my wife this morning, and she feels like they cool. She feels like the last couple of conversations they had were pretty straightforward. She said what she had to say, he said what they had to say, and that they on cool terms. So I don't think my wife got any beef with Howard Stern.
All right. All right, Nick, thank you very much.
All right. Especially my wife is probably really going to love Howard now because her husband will be home more because of him.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, I'm Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we talked about a ton of stuff. We talked about Chelsea Handler. She talked about wanting to be famous, and we talked about whether we wanted to be famous or not. We talked about tipping. We talked about Mitch Fattel, my old intern, and his girlfriend came in, and they're swingers, and how she wants to fuck a guy, and he's not into that. And then JD came in and discussed whether he'd be into that. We covered a wide array of subjects, and here's what happened.
Today, Chelsea Handler dropped by, and was Chelsea happy to be up here? In the beginning, she sounded a little tired, but by the end, she was clicking with Howard.
I think she digs the show. I think everybody hates getting up early, and I think part of her personality is that I think part of her comedy is that she's perennially irritated and pissed off. Like, that's sort of part of who she is.
And Howard loves that.
Right.
Yeah, he loves talking to someone who's as pissed off as he is about a lot of different things.
And willing to talk about it.
Right.
And name names.
Right. And which they did. The first thing I thought that got out was Howard's old college pal, Ted. Chelsea didn't hesitate to talk about him at all.
Right.
And they quickly bonded over that.
Howard is never like Ted. Ted is like a thorn in Howard's side. And every time he got more and more successful, it used to irritate the shit out of Howard. You know, he came on our show once.
And how'd that go?
It wasn't as much fun as making fun of him. And I don't make fun of him. I'm saying for Howard, it probably wasn't as much fun as goofing on him.
Now, why is being famous so important to Chelsea?
I don't know. I mean, she sort of said that it's something that she always dreamt of doing, that she wanted to do. I liked when she talked more about how you think that when you get famous, you can really rub it in everybody's faces, and it's not nearly as much fun as you would think it would be.
Well, that's what Howard said when he ran into,
Right.
he felt sad more than actually, hey,
Right.
it's time to gloat. But is being famous important to you?
I'd be lying if I said on some level it wasn't. I mean, when I was in college, I thought that I had a chance to sort of be recognizable, and I liked the idea of it, and I like it. I enjoy it.
How about you, Benji?
I think the perks, not I'm famous to a level, to like someone that's like a character on a reality show, but to the perks that we get from it, I think are great, and it's also nice. Like, I like the idea. It's an entree into people. It's like you feel like a little bit more connected to everyone, but the actual just being famous for being famous is not a huge turn on to me.
Yeah, I always say that the best part of working on the show is being a B celebrity who works for an A celebrity, or even a D celebrity who works for an A celebrity, because you do get some cool perks. But like Howard, so almost can't utilize the perks that he gets because he's so famous. He can't. It's hard for him to go to the baseball game and sit in the stands.
What did you think of Chelsea's story about waitressing and how important the tip is?
First of all, I learned something today. I had no idea that they have to pay 8% tax on somebody's bill. That's crazy. Did you know that?
No. That's
I never
the first
heard that
I've heard
before.
of that.
But I listen, I worked at TGI Fridays, and I worked with waitresses who were like Chelsea, who just went up to guys and said, really, you're not going to fucking tip me? And there were all sorts of discussions of which ethnic groups and like I know that I got yelled at. I was the host, and I got yelled at for seating a table of women in a waitress's section. And I go, "What are you mad at?" She goes, "Don't fucking put women in my section. They don't tip for shit."
Actually, yeah, she made an anti-Semitic comment about that.
Well, she said, "You're the kind of Jew that makes a Jew like me," or something like that. Yeah. I guess when you're Jewish, you can make anti-Semitic remarks. But I do get,
She's showing half a comment.
When you work hard and somebody tips you, somebody putting $10 down an $800 bill is just, it's the worst thing you can do.
Do you feel pressure to tip well? I mean, have you always felt that pressure?
Yeah, my pressure is, I like to tip well anyway because I think I make enough money to do it. But my other pressure is, if you tip like shit, someone will call the show.
That's right. So you better.
Which is, I think, is exactly what Howard. In fact, I was telling you this before. Howard and I went out to dinner one night, and I got to remember if I got this right, but I think I picked up the bill and I put my credit card down, and Howard insisted on leaving a tip, which I thought was weird. But now that I think about it, I realize Howard probably wasn't sure I was going to leave a big enough tip, or not a Howard Stern caliber tip, and he didn't want to leave it to me. And I understand, because when we leave, nobody says, "Gary tipped me like shit." It's Howard Stern tipped me like shit. So, and Howard always leaves ridiculous sized tips.
So do you have a general standard? Like, I know 15 to 20%.
I'm 20 to 25%. I mean, I'm guaranteed 20%, sometimes 25%. But again, I would never tip under 20%.
Rick, you're on the wrap-up show. Hey, Rick.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
So just that bit that Chelsea was talking about with the tipping.
Yeah,
the 8%.
Yeah, they actually can cost the waitress money to wait on somebody. They take out a percentage of their gross sales to divvy out to the bar, the hostesses, the bus, and all that. So they have to pay that no matter what.
Well, wait a second. She said
not.
You're saying that they take out money to divvy up to everybody. She's saying she has to pay 8% tax. Is that what?
I think no, it's not really tax. I think she just misexplained it.
Right.
But because on any kind of transaction that's credit card, they can trace it. So anything that isn't cash money, you have to pay on.
I do know that when you work in a restaurant, you have to tip the bar backs and the bus boys and some other people. But I understand that, if you, first of all, I don't know who's going to tip 8% or less. You got to think, like, I think in the worst places you tip 10%, but that's unheard of.
You never know, Gar. You never know. But moving on with Chelsea, what did you think of her explanation of her relationship with 50 Cent?
It sounded like she really liked him. It sounded like she went out with him for a goof and found out that she really dug him.
Yeah, and it sounded like when they broke up, they haven't spoken. I guess they get along well now, but they didn't speak to each other for a while based on what she had said to him. So why does she have the ability to fly? I mean, she's an unbelievably successful author. Her television shows are doing well. How does she get to fly under the radar?
Because what are you going to find out about her that she hasn't told you in any of her books or she doesn't say on her show? I think that's a huge thing for her.
And is it odd? I mean, you did it in the book you wrote. I mean, when you put so much of yourself out there, then people sort of think they know you very well, and all of that is there. And I think her and Howard bonded over that a little bit.
But Howard tells everything on the radio show, yet he still gets followed a lot.
True.
But not Jennifer Aniston, whoever, it's Julia Roberts caliber. But yeah, he gets followed a lot. I understand, though, what she said. It's the best of both worlds for her. She gets all the perks and none of the shit.
We're going to move off of Chelsea Handler and on to your former intern, Gary, Mitch, and Jessica, who look great.
She was really pretty.
Does it make you feel awkward at all when Mitch... was Mitch like this when he interned for you?
Absolutely not. He was in college. He was in his maybe 20 or 21. And he was your typical horny college kid. We talked about, chicks we thought were hot. But I don't remember him being like a sex fiend or like having like, oh, I need to do threesomes. I think he was looking for onesomes at the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he seems to hit the mother load with his fiance, but his fiance now wants to bring another guy in bed. And Mitch,
deal breaker.
Well, it doesn't seem like it's a deal breaker for Mitch.
Yeah, I find the whole thing fascinating, and I don't judge. But I don't think, like, as I was listening to them talk about it, I said, like, on the surface, it sounds like a really great idea. Like, oh, my girlfriend's going to let me fuck other girls, or my wife's going to let me fuck other girls. But to me, it sounds both physically and mentally to be an enormous strain. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about what does it mean? What does it mean? The going out to get them. It just seems like a lot of
scheduling.
A lot of work. It seems like a lot of work. And so I don't know. I don't know Mitch, the comedian swinger. I know Mitch, the intern.
But by the way, she said she would be okay with them having a monogamous traditional relationship. Just if they did that, she doesn't think she would want to bring in other girls if he didn't, eventually let her bring in other guys.
And do you think that's a fair request?
Do I think it's fair? I think anything's fair if you're married and being upfront and like saying, this is, and you're not exploiting the other person. I think it's fair that that's what she wants and that's what he wants.
JD, would you be able to handle another guy in bed?
No. I can barely handle me in bed.
Hold on. What size bed does JD even have?
but JD, let's go to this one, right?
Yes.
Like who's one of your hot girls? Like a girl that you really love. Is there an answer to this?
No, I mean there's a lot. There's
okay.
There's a lot.
So the girl that was in Katrina, right? You like her?
Katrina Bowden.
So she's on 30 Rock. So she's super hot. So say Katrina Bowden says, "Hey, I want you to come and I want to hook up with you, and my boyfriend's just going to sit in the corner and jerk off."
No, I couldn't. That's too weird. I can't have another guy.
Not going to come near you. Not going to touch you. He's all the way in the corner.
I could have been. If I was into that, I could have did that when I was down at hedonism, because that's all. In fact, that was probably the only way I would have gotten laid. And since I wasn't into it, I didn't get much of anything. So no, I would not. No other guys. I want no other penises in the room. It's just mine.
But if other girls are around.
Oh, that's that's fine with me.
Double standard.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just being me.
But the more the merrier, right?
Oh, I don't know. Well, no, I don't know about that.
But just Gary's
the more
scenario.
might be sadder.
Gary's scenario, like, so you said the Katrina Bowden is her name, like, is one of your hottest chicks, like. So you couldn't have the guy in there jerking off. What if she told you like he was just watching but not jerking off?
No. I don't want to be watched. I don't want to be analyzed whatsoever.
Okay. What if he knew about it and was like, I'm going to let you guys in the room alone. I'll leave and I'll come back. You'll call me when you're done. I'll come back.
I don't know.
All right, Katrina, you have a little shot here.
Hey, by the way, Benji, because you've been into some interesting stuff. Have you ever been with a chick where a dude's been in the room just watching?
Yes, but like I've been in it. Like that's never would be my first choice.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I don't think it's anybody's.
Well, no, I think it is some people's, but opportunistically, when that's the only way it was going to happen,
right.
yeah, it's happened.
And
it's not.
If Elisa wanted to bring another guy in,
no,
would you be
way,
okay with
no,
that?
Absolutely no way. No.
But see, for me. The guy in the corner only freaks me out because, like, I'd have one eye open because I think I keep waiting for him to, like, I'll just shove a finger up your ass, because you have your attention somewhere else and he catch you off guard.
Waiting for him to slowly creep in.
Yeah.
So on Tuesday's wrap-up show, I went in to talk about the whole Ronnie fiasco. Apparently, he didn't enjoy me calling him borderline stupid. But and then after that, I talked about his whole yelling at his appearances and what a nightmare that is. I've seen that at a party, so here it is.
Howard says he wishes he wasn't associated with one of the two Ronnie Munns that he's gotten to know, and we should get into that a little bit when Ronnie comes in here about how he really is two different people, Gary.
I agree.
There's the character and the...
Because you and I talked about this when we were in Vegas, about, like, we love Ronnie, and how Ronnie has a big heart, what a great guy he is, but I don't know that guy's coming across on the air a lot lately.
Well, that guy wasn't doing that contest in Vegas. You could see that. I mean,
I started to write Howard a note last night. I canceled it at the last second, but after I watched Ronnie, I wrote him a note that said, I thank God, I thank you and God every day that I don't have to do these appearances anymore, because when you go out in front of a crowd, there's you feel compelled to do something.
Right.
And when you don't have an act or you don't do anything, Ronnie and I are famous for being famous. I'm famous for I can't book a guest in front of a crowd. And so I never felt comfortable doing it.
Well, Ronnie also took issue with Scott DePace. He was insulted that Scott called him stupid, and he kind of went off on you, Scott, really out of left field. I didn't see that coming, did you?
Your mistake, Scott, was that you gave your opinion on how smart you think everybody is, and somebody asked you, but once you put that out there, everyone's going to come back at you.
The fact is, everyone here has called me stupid from one time or the other. And, Ronnie, everyone, Howard, I mean, all those guys. So, yeah, I guess I'm not Howard. All of those guys have pretty much said that he's stupid. They pretty much made fun of his poem.
And somehow I'm the bad guy. So, okay.
But you know what I think the difference is? Like, I'll say sometimes, oh, Scott, you're being stupid, or I think your politics are stupid. But I don't think you are stupid. You sort of made the blanket statement pursuant to nothing.
Look, it's an
I think
interview.
Ronnie is in general stupid.
All right. Ask me the question again. Rank people around
Do you think
here.
Ronnie's a bright guy?
Yes. Everyone here is very bright.
But you're not being real.
Well, I mean, how else am I supposed to answer
Tell the
it?
truth. Tell what you feel.
I think I did.
You pride yourself
Sort
on answering questions honestly and bluntly.
Yeah.
And now you're saying that you think Ronnie is a bright guy? Because in that interview, it didn't sound like you thought Ronnie was a very bright guy.
I don't think John understands sarcasm.
You are a point above him in IQ.
Yeah, clearly, I'm missing it. That's the one point.
Maybe you're the dummy. Look, do I think he's borderline stupid? Like I said, no. That's a little.
Is there anyone here you think is?
No. I don't even know if Bobo was. I don't think I've ever met someone borderline stupid besides a retarded guy.
So what's borderline stupid?
Yeah,
because it's not retarded.
Define borderline stupid.
Just someone who you can't even have a conversation with, who has no sense of reason or I don't know.
But that's retarded, what you're talking about. There are stupid people who aren't retarded.
Well, show me one of them. Who do you think is here?
I think that Sal, in some areas, can be bright, and in some areas, I think Sal lacks common sense.
So that's your way of sugarcoating.
No,
it.
I think
in some ways
I don't think
he could
Sal's
be
stupid.
bright.
I think Sal lacks book smarts, and I think he lacks common sense. On the other hand, I think sometimes he's sort of a little street smart. He's sharp in some other areas, so I don't completely discount him. But sometimes he doesn't think things through.
He's brilliant at making some of those calls.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I said that I think Sal is reasonably intelligent. But so maybe I should say Ronnie doesn't show or sound very intelligent, but he can drive very well.
Okay.
I mean, like I don't know. I made a comment and he got angry and.
Do you see why Ronnie would find that comment insulting?
I would say that you'd be stupid for being surprised that he's mad that you called him stupid.
No, I mean my point is that everyone here has called me stupid, and Howard has basically said that he's not. Stupid is a strong word, and maybe that's the problem. I shouldn't be saying stupid because I don't think he's stupid. But if we had to take an SAT test, let's say we all had to go in and. My money's not going on him. That's it.
So he's not strong academically in your eyes.
What do you think?
I'm just stating what you said.
I'm not sure how I feel right now. What do you think?
You're not sure how you feel because you're backpedaling on what you said before.
Well, that's really what I meant. I just mean that Ronnie's a great guy. And like he said, he's successful in business.
So did you feel bad saying that about Ronnie? Because it heated up pretty quickly between you two.
Well, I felt bad that he got so upset. I mean, I thought his skin was a little thicker. That I always think I'm always surprised when anyone here gets upset because of all the.
But you get
trash talking
upset.
that goes on. I do when it's 5-on-1 sort of thing. That's
no,
what
you
pisses
get
me
if somebody takes a shot at you, it upsets you sometimes.
Not really, go ahead.
I'm not looking to fight with you. But who do you think here? Have you ever met anybody like that's borderline stupid? Like some of the whack packers? No, because I think it's a funny phrase. Like where would you put Miss Howard Stern?
I've never really. I don't speak to a lot of the guests, so I don't really. But my interaction from what they. Yeah, I think Miss Howard Stern is probably borderline stupid. I think is Beetlejuice officially retarded? Because if not, he's definitely stupid.
You really have to ask that question?
Well, I don't know. What is there a clinical term? And how do you? I don't
know what the clinical term is. But if you ask somebody to spell red 3 times and they spell 3 different ways, I'm going to go with whatever that phrase is.
Then he's flat out retarded.
Steve in Pennsylvania, you're on the wrap-up show.
High pitch Eric seems very stupid.
Hello.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve Carnathan, I'm a big fan. Hey, listen, DePace, you're just a backpedaling asshole, first of all.
Shut up.
And
You're
second of all, Ronnie runs his business, and he runs it better than obviously you did.
I don't run Ronnie's business.
No, Ronnie runs his own. He's a hell of a lot more successful than you are. You're just a typical politician, backpedaling asshole.
I'm not a politician. What?
Now, Scott, did you think it was fair for Howard to be upset at Ronnie in the way he behaved out in Vegas? Do you think Ronnie's representing the show?
I mean, listen, Ronnie's his own guy. If he's going to say that this is Ronnie from the Howard Stern Show, I could see Howard's point.
But, I mean, it's a Howard TV event. He's saying Howard TV up there.
I don't know. I'd be curious to talk to some of the people. Do they think are they getting some part of the Howard Stern show? Or they think it's going to be a big comedy show? Or if they go expecting to hear some guy just yell at them the whole time, well, then they deserve it.
Gary, what do you think? Should Howard be upset by this? He said he doesn't want to associate himself with that kind of guy.
The thing is, I think that Ronnie's sort of getting mixed signals because Ronnie hasn't really changed too much. He's always sort of been like that. I think that Howard's perception of how he'd like to be received by the audience might be changing a little, which he's totally entitled to, by the way. And so maybe one day he wasn't paying attention. One day he woke up and somebody sent him the tape. It's like, oh my God, that's who's out there representing me. I'm not sure that I'm crazy about that anymore.
So you think Howard has changed, not Ronnie?
Yeah, to some degree, and I think that's perfectly fine for somebody to change.
Just so everyone knows, that is the guy that shows up at all the parties that we have.
But if you go to dinner with Ronnie, or if you just hang out with Ronnie, that's not the guy you hang out with.
No, because normally that's before that guy comes out. When he gets a little drunk, then suddenly forget about it.
All right, Ted, let's take a break. We'll try and get Ronnie down here to refute some of what Scott said, calling him borderline stupid. Ronnie just joined us, and Ronnie, we were talking to Scott about him calling you borderline stupid. And he's backed off of that a little bit, but you went after him pretty hard today.
What do you mean by backed off a little bit? What does that mean?
Well, he was trying to. Well, Scott, you should speak for yourself. I don't want to put words in
I
your
already
mouth.
did it once. I can't. I don't know.
I think he said that he doesn't think you're book smart, but you drive well.
No, that was a joke. I think that, to say you're borderline stupid is certainly an exaggeration. All I was saying is if we were going to
Why would you say it at all then?
They asked me the question, who is, rank everyone around here. And I had just got done hearing you do your poem, and I didn't think it sounded very good.
You just got done hearing me do my poem.
You had just said you had
I did my poem at the Christmas party. That was December 15th.
Yeah, the first one. The first poem about the winter. It's
okay.
cold.
You had just heard that?
You just said it on the air. And that
what? You're getting caught up. What we played was taped about a month ago with DePace as well. So he's saying when he was interviewed, he heard you it was a day or two after he heard you do your poem.
Oh, okay.
But Scott said, if you took the SAT, he doesn't think you do very well.
As well as most
can I ask you a question? What at this point in my life, does that matter now?
Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
Same thing with an IQ test. What is that going to do for me?
I agree with you. 100%.
And what did it do for you, except to find out that Will is smarter than you?
That's debatable.
He passed it. He got a higher score, didn't he?
Still don't know how he did it.
I don't know, man.
Really?
I know it bothered him.
You can't get over the fact that he may be smarter than you?
No, it bothered him badly, man.
There was that whole news story.
Which turned out not to be true.
Well, I don't know.
Do you think Will cheated and that's why he got more than you?
Look, I know he called me the day before he took it in a panic.
We all did. We were all. I called Howard in a panic the day. We all were in a panic, except for you.
And he called me in a panic, wanting to know everything about the test. And then he did a lot of research on it. I don't know. Look, he's a smart guy. I never said he wasn't. I just, the 131.
You can't just say he scored better than you on the IQ test.
I told you, it bothers him to no end.
Wow. And that's your friend.
Maybe. All right, he probably did get the one.
I don't know.
Is there anyone here you feel is smarter than you?
I think everyone's smart.
Answer my question. Is there anyone here that you feel is smarter than you?
Is there anyone here whose intelligence intimidates me? No.
Is there anyone here who you feel is smarter than you are?
I don't know. How do I know that? Is anyone here a scientist? No.
It's a gut guess.
Gut guess? I'm sure there is.
But who would it be then?
It could be.
It's not Robin. It's not Fred.
Could be
Obviously.
Will.
Could be Will.
It could be Howard.
Mm-hmm.
It could be John.
But wait a second. So if you're doing the IQ test, throwing all the jokes out the window, John and I scored 1 point below you. It's a veritable.
John was a couple more than.
No, John and I are the same.
Oh,
1 point.
It's a veritable tie. You don't think that we're all around the same intelligence, or do you think that 1 point really makes you so much smarter than John and I?
It was a really hard point.
No, I'm being serious.
I mean, you're the same as I am. It's obvious that the test. I mean, I don't know any other barometer than the IQ test. So what am I to say? You're right in the same family as I am.
No, but that's because it sounded like you were going a different way. But we were saying, who do you think here could be?
You said, what's my gut on who could be smarter than I? I don't think you're smarter than I am. That's my gut.
That's okay. I'm just wondering if there's anybody else that could be.
I don't know. I'd have to go through the whole list and
do you think you're the smartest guy in the TV room, as a for instance?
Yes, no. Maybe.
Who was the no?
Goodstein, Ganji, failing.
You think Andy might be smarter than you?
No. I'm smart.
Those are the yeses.
So, Ronnie, you agree? Scott doesn't think anybody here is smarter than he is.
Yeah, I agree.
I just said you could be, John.
And that,
you said it, but you didn't mean it.
Well, wait a second. John and I have the same IQ, so why could he be smarter than you, but I couldn't?
Well, I think yours is swayed in the memory category, which I don't value.
You don't know what
you have the Fred problem, Gary.
But you don't know what John scored high.
I don't know, Gary. I don't know. You're asking me these questions. I don't know. There's no way to judge.
Yet
Let's cut our brains open.
There's no way to judge, yet somehow you managed to.
Well, of course. I mean, you're asking me for a gut feeling. I'm not willing to say my gut says that you're smarter than I am.
Well, what would make you say I was stupid?
What do you think made Howard, Robin, and Fred at times call you stupid?
I never heard him call me stupid.
Well, stupid's a strong word. I've said that. All right, so let's back away from stupid. Let's say not as intelligent as they are.
Yeah, because of grammar and stuff, and the shit I do with my appearances. That's drinking, okay? The shit I do with my appearances is having a good time.
Ronnie, why?
And if you've never been to one of my appearances either, everybody is having a good time, believe it or not.
I don't think anybody questions the fact that people are having a good time. If you watch the video, everyone's having a great time. But Howard seemed to say that this Ronnie Mund, he doesn't want to be any part of. He sort of wants to disassociate himself from you because you're representing the show in a way I guess he's not a fan of.
Okay.
Do you understand where he's coming from?
I understand. I understand where he's coming from, but if you're not there to see the actual appearance and what's going on and how drunk everybody is there, I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about the people that are there. You're in a club with 2,000 people there in this club, and they're all one is drunker than the other. It's everybody's having a good time. That's all it is.
Yeah, I don't see people coming to a strip club and going, this is disturbing.
Nobody was insulted. I could tell you that.
Do you feel
I didn't insult anybody, I promise you.
Well, do you feel when you do these appearances, you're sort of giving the people what they want, like what they come for?
I think so, because it's a wild party is what it was. This wasn't a strip club. It was
wasn't?
It was Lavo. It's a club.
It's a club.
One of the biggest clubs in Vegas.
Yeah.
Gary, when we have parties and Ronnie starts in with his yelling, what do you think of that?
I'm amused.
You're amused.
Yeah, I don't go, oh, there's dumbass Ronnie. I think I'm amused. I think it's funny. I've known him for a long time.
Sometimes it goes on a little long.
I haven't been to a lot of those. Like the last time I really witnessed Ronnie genuinely out of control for any length of time. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. It was that Valentine's Day party.
Oh, yeah.
Where that was like really bad.
See, and that's fun. But then
that
when
was like he was drunk at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 2 o'clock.
When everyone else starts jumping in, like Phelan starts yelling, and it becomes just a shout fest for no reason. I just want to stick a fork in my head.
I get that.
But Howard feels that Ronnie's reflecting poorly on him. Like Ronnie is a reflection of his persona and who Howard is.
I guess it depends on how he's billed. If he's billed Ronnie from Howard Stern show, then maybe that could. But if everyone's liking
this time I was billed as Ronnie from Howard TV.
Right.
Yeah, you seem Howard. You think Howard TV bears some of the responsibility here, Ronnie?
Well, I don't. What, for me yelling?
Like, are they encouraging you to do more of that, or are you doing that on your own?
No, I think listen. Howard TV loves it. Okay, for the mere fact that they get content out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They get a TV show, behind the scenes show, whatever.
Is that in your head when you're up there?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just I'm having fun. Everybody was having fun,
and I have to.
And the girls were having a blast on stage dancing. They were most of them were high as a kite. They're not drunk. I don't know if high as a kite, but they were having a great time dancing. They wanted to win. The girl who won was thrilled.
And I take it back. Ronnie, I hate to keep bringing up bad times. It wasn't
They're not bad times to me.
It wasn't the Valentine's Day thing. It was Bubba's wedding.
Well,
the
yeah,
last time I saw
that was a bad time to me.
That was really the last time.
That I remember when the night ended, and I went back to my hotel room, and I sat there by myself, and I said, I am definitely fucked here.
What are your two egos again?
I knew it.
What is it? It's Ron and
Ronald.
Oh, Ronald. So you should try doing one of these events as the nice guy. What's that guy, Ron?
Yeah, nobody wants to come and see that.
Me then.
Let's have some respect for the women.
They're not paying to see Ronald.
And
They're
I
paying
didn't
to see
call
Ronnie.
the girl a shit ass. I'm telling. Oh, it was chick. I didn't say shits. I said chicks.
John in Long Island, you're on the wrap-up show. How you doing, John?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
I just kind of want to defend Scott here a little bit, which is kind of strange for me because I seem to never agree with him.
Okay. Thank you.
But Scott, I think he's kind of right. I know these are co-workers of yours, and it's very hard to call somebody that you work with stupid. But all the fans even know it's funny for the show to hear, like Ronnie's poetry and that whole thing where they were going to give Ronnie another show, and they called it More Ronnie, and he didn't even get the joke for a week. He is kind of...
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's kind of...
No, I got the joke. I said it right away. Moron.
Yeah,
I
it took
said...
a while to get it. Someone had to explain it to you, and you came in and confronted Howard a day or two later and said, you guys are making fun of me behind my back. But, I mean, it's funny, but I think he put the wrong one lowest. I think Sal is definitely the lowest. He can't even pick out the U.S. on a map. You know?
He's just not educated. There's a difference.
Yeah, well, that is kind of, I mean, you go through, if you graduate high school and you don't pick up some of the material, that is kind of stupid, don't you think?
Stupid of the school to give him a diploma.
Well, and Sal gets very insulted if anybody calls him stupid.
That's his Achilles heel. If you say Sal's stupid, it's very upsetting to him. But he's right. And Sal's move is, what do I need to know where Florida is? What am I going to use it in my daily life?
Right.
I get on a plane, they take me there. What the fuck do I have to pick it on a map?
All right, thanks for calling in, John. So are you two okay now?
I apologize to Ronnie.
Yeah,
and-
which I know took a lot for Scott to apologize to somebody.
Did you think it was a sincere apology?
Yeah, I do. I really do. Yeah, I thought it was very sincere because I heard from little flies on the wall that he was upset about the whole thing after it went down.
Really?
Oh, then you're full of shit. Then your fucking apology doesn't mean nothing. Then
No. Wait, whoa. I mean, I wasn't pouting in the room.
no, I didn't say you were pouting. Did I say you were pouting?
I was upset
I
that
said
you were
it
upset.
bothered you. I said it bothered you.
I
That-
didn't like.
Yeah, okay.
You and I were always good. I don't want to.
I've never had a bad word with you, but you know what? Last night, the funny thing was when he said it yesterday, and John Lieberman, I think, came to me and asked me about it, and I just, what the hell you're talking about? I didn't even know that he did an interview about, he was doing a story like this. But I went, now, I never hear the news stories, but now you can go on Twitter and listen to them. So I just went and listened to it in the afternoon. I heard it on Twitter on my phone, and it's like, what the fuck, man? what is with this guy? It bothered me all night. And I was just hoping it would come, because I had to explode today on this. I
could tell.
Now, if you unleashed, if you didn't go in for because Howard brought you in for the Vegas stuff, would you have gone up to Scott and told him that it kind of pissed you off what he had to say?
I would have waited because I knew sooner or later it would have probably came up on the air because I know Lieberman was going to headline it, and it would have came up then, and then I would have went in, but no, I don't think I would have confronted. Every Howard likes, like he said this morning,
on the air.
He loves fights. He loves it. He thrives on it. And
Hey, Ronnie, if you were asked if you had to pick a stupid person on the staff, who would you?
Benchy, I wouldn't call anybody stupid.
That's
I've never
fair.
called.
That's fair.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, that's
Even
what
if I thought you were the dumbest fucking person in the world, I don't do that, and I don't tell people I hate them either.
Hi, I'm Scott the Engineer, and on Wednesday's wrap-up show, the subject came up of me screwing something up. I deleted some important material Howard was trying to play. I went in, I admitted it, and eventually he got mad but apologized, so check it out.
I think we should start with something that happened at the end of the show, which was Scott Salem deleting Howard's page. And the way Howard handled it, because you heard the anger, he yelled at Scott, he was all pissed off, and then a caller called in, and 10 minutes later he's apologizing for the way he treated Scott. But that's just a screw-up, Gary, that I was surprised. I thought it was going to go on for longer, and I wonder if Scott's heard the last of it.
It would have gone on for longer 15 years ago. I felt for Scott, and I felt for Howard. First of all, I need to explain to folks that all the pages that we have, the Gary page 1, JD page 2, all that stuff, as the show goes on, we play Howard all these bits, and Howard takes the best of these bits and he pulls them over to, it's called the cart rack, but I call it the on-deck circle. And Howard moves things around. He's like, okay, I'm going to play this and this and this, and this is the order. And so to go back and recreate that is near impossible because I gave him so much stuff this morning, I'm not positive I remember what was on his pages, and I don't always see what he pulls over. So Howard's like, and it's not just for today. If we didn't get to it today, it's waiting for him on Monday, and he constantly recreates that page. So I felt for him that went away. Hey, there goes Tom Green. What's up, man? I felt really bad for him that went away, but I felt really bad for Scott too because it's an honest mistake.
Yeah, and Scott said that. He said, I hit the wrong button. I made a mistake. But for it to happen at that point in the show, the way Howard was feeling, it's just not good.
It would have been worse if it happened at the beginning of the show because we would have lost. Howard at least got to play a bunch of the stuff that was on there.
Right.
But it's not good for anybody involved. But when I sit in there, I think of the days when I was under fire like that, where I know I fucked up. And there's nothing you can say or do. You fucked up, and you just have to sit there and take it, and you just don't know when it's going to end.
But aren't you better off just copping to it as Scott did, not pretending there was some weird thing that happened or a glitch, or it just
absolutely. But that's sometimes that's worse because you're copping to it. And you're like, I know, man, I fucked up. I'm so sorry, and he just doesn't care. You know, and you, what else can you do? You just have, it's like you're getting the shit kicked out of you, and you put your hands over your face and keep taking the punches until it stops.
And Scott took it, but the bowling thing came up again. And when Howard starts hitting you with that, you wonder, what subtext is going on.
And again, I used to take that all the time. It could be like I would fuck something up, and Howard would bring up an appearance I did a month ago. Oh, well, maybe you weren't at the car show a month ago. Maybe you'd get this shit right. And I was like, and so he grabs whatever weapons he can.
Yeah, and then you're thinking, is it on his mind still? And then it starts playing games in your head.
Well, Jason and I had this interesting conversation. I guess the reason why I'm so sensitive to the whole Scott thing is because I said to Jason, I remember those days, and Jason said, I said it would really hurt. And he said, well, but after when you went to break, Howard said I was just kidding around. I go, never. And Jason goes, God, as a listener, I just always assumed that you and Howard had this thing. And I go, no, we just sort of moved on. It was sort of unspoken, except sometimes I didn't know whether he was still mad or not.
Did you ever get an apology like that, like Scott got today? That quickly?
Yeah, but all more recently. I think so, but I'd say 90% of the time I didn't. 95% of the time I didn't.
And I wonder with Scott and the dates, I know he's doing the block party and the bowling and stuff like that. Does he think twice about doing it, or is Scott just so beaten down he takes it and he moves on because he knows eventually it's going to pass?
The second.
Yeah, I think so too. Were you impressed by how Scott handled himself in there, Benji?
That the more feeling was I felt horrible for him because it's like it's just like I thank God I'm not in a position like that. Something like that could happen. It sounds like it was like just a total mistake, and I understand what Howard's point of view is. Right. Like when you write a term paper and someone erases it.
That's right. That's exactly what it's like. It's really all the funny stuff for the day. And in his mind, he said, if I take this, it's like a puzzle. I'll take this and this and this and put it all together. It's going to work.
Yeah, and poof, it's gone.
Right.
So you understand where the anger is coming from. And Scott, that's one of those situations where you made an honest mistake. There's nothing you can do. Are you surprised he turned around and apologized to you so quickly?
Yeah, a little surprised. He probably wouldn't have done it if the caller didn't push him into it, but I was a little surprised. I didn't need that. I mean, I would be just equally as pissed off as he was. It's something that I did that shouldn't happen.
So after you hit the button and you realize what happens, what's going through your mind?
Oh, fuck. Shit. I'm like, God damn it. So I said, I can't just not tell anybody and let it go, and hopefully things won't show up.
Scott came to me. I was supposed to tell Howard during the break, and we had like this 45-second break where I was talking to him about a contest, and I just didn't get to it.
He found it without you telling him?
That's right.
Oh, that's even worse. But I did go to Gary right after it happened. I said, listen, I deleted a page by accident. I just want you to know. I didn't just leave
No. Yeah, he fessed up to it, but there's nothing you can do.
That was the only thing I could have done. I mean, so yeah, I felt really bad. It's not something that I do.
What about the bowling comments and the block party comments and the other things that Howard said when he was sort of getting on you?
When you get mad and you're in an argument with somebody, you just bring up shit and you throw it around, whatever.
Like, when you're talking to your wife and you call her a cunt and whore? Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
No, but that's almost what it's like. It's like all bets are off.
Yeah. So
I would hate to fight with Howard in real life.
The bowling and the block party have nothing to do with what I do here. So, I mean, they're associated, but in terms of doing my job here, no, I didn't fuck up because I do those other things.
We have a hit TV show lady here, Chelsea Handler. We're going to bring her in.
Oh, one of those hit TV show ladies.
That's right. Something wrong with that? No.
Hi.
Good morning, Chelsea.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Your big debut.
I know. I'm very, very excited.
Nervous at all?
No.
Just curious. I've read this.
No. I don't get nervous very often. Should I be?
No. Here, right this way, Chelsea. You guys used to be co-workers of sorts.
Who, Howard and I?
Yeah, when he was on E.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't on E when Howard was on E. I don't
You guys
think.
never crossed paths?
No, never.
But so what's going on with you? What's new?
Well, I'm here. I'm
Mhm.
in New York. I woke up about 30 minutes ago.
That's got to be tough for a West Coast-based person like yourself.
It is. It's very tough. I was wondering how he does this job every day. It's something that would not be good for me. I'm
No.
not a morning person.
I don't think he is either, but
I don't think anyone's really a morning person
No.
except for babies.
I don't think 4 in the morning is really, yeah, you're right, isn't good
No.
for anyone except for...
But it feels good to have a camera 3 inches away from my face.
I know, I was hoping I'd get even closer to you.
Would you like to go inside me?
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, I'll leave you alone, Chelsea. Good luck.
Thanks.
I watched the first 2 episodes of her TV show, the sitcom. It's actually pretty good. Is it?
You know, so the show is based on her books, her life in the 20s when she was sleeping around like a maniac.
Those books sold insane numbers.
Insane numbers means what?
A lot of books.
At one point,
what's a lot
she
of
had
books?
3 books. They were 1, 2, 3 on New York. You got it, my Times friend. bestseller. She's dated 50 Cent for briefly.
He did some stuff on her show too.
She was in a Twitter feud with Nick Cannon. She said she discovered masturbation in 3rd grade. She's a big drinker. She got a DUI when she was 21, but she's proud. She has Belvedere as one of her sponsors. Her mother was a Mormon. Her father was Jewish. She grew up in New Jersey. The other thing, if you see that the first line from her book, when she was 7, she walked in on her parents having sex. She saw her mom jumping around naked in a nurse's hat while her father chased her with a bandana around his neck.
All right.
You know she doesn't play. She plays her older sister on the sitcom too. Another girl
that's
plays
weird.
her.
Howard, it's weird because they got a younger, hotter chick to play her, but she's the older sister.
I got it. Chelsea Handler is very successful on the E! Network. She is also very successful. Hey, Chelsea.
Hi.
There you are. Chelsea is very successful also as an author. She has sold 3 books, and now the 4th one is coming out, right?
No, the 4th one came out about a year ago.
Okay.
But thanks for fact checking.
Yeah, it's early and I'm tired. And
You're tired. I don't know how you do this. This is brutal.
It's brutal, but I'm only doing it 3 days a week now. But now with my new America's Got Talent judging duties.
Oh, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
That's
now
phenomenal.
We're part of the same family now, you know. Aren't you on NBC?
I am.
You are, so
Think
there we
so.
go. Yeah. So, but when you, I mean, I'm all over the place right now, but when you write 4 books and 3 of them are bestsellers, at one point
4 of them are bestsellers.
4 of them are bestsellers.
I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything or be conceited, but that's
But,
just,
you know,
that's
the
just the
numbers are
bottom
the
line.
numbers, right?
When the last book came out, it was like a $6.5 million advance.
Was it? I didn't
Was
get
it?
paid then.
You didn't get paid that. That was the rumor.
No. I didn't get $6.5 million. I think that was like Tina Fey or someone.
But not you.
No, I don't remember what it was, but it was not that.
Your success, though, now is pretty astronomical. And I remember the first I heard of you was when you started on E!
Right, because you were good friends with Ted Harbert.
Well, I don't like Ted. I feel Ted's a phony. But that was my assessment of him. I knew him in college. We were on the college radio
At
station.
BU?
At BU.
Uh-huh.
He was a year younger than me.
Yeah.
And I remember that you got the job at E! Television. You had your own show. But the thing was, I had heard that you were dating Ted at the same time. So I assumed, he's throwing his girlfriend on television.
Right.
So when you do that, when you go on, so everyone was against you, I'd imagine. True? I mean, did you have that
Everyone
feeling?
except for Ted.
Right. Ted was your champion. You broke up with him a long time ago.
Yeah, I got really, yes.
Are you still friends with him?
Well, I wouldn't call us friends. I mean, we email, I'm in the city, so I emailed him. He emailed me a question about something, and I emailed him back. Kind of my friends and I were sitting around saying, wouldn't it be funny if we called Ted and had him meet us for drinks? Why
is that funny?
Just because Ted is, Ted. He's just kind of like that kid in school who, yells out the answer before anybody else has a chance to, who's just like, he's just a nerdy guy and he wants to fit in and be one of the cool kids. And he would come to like writers' meetings at the show at Chelsea Lately. And he was he wanted to be in on the joke, and he was kind of the joke, He was he's a very, very silly guy, and he's not the most, what you said earlier, he's not the most, he tries very hard, so I have some sympathy for him.
Were you in love with him?
At some point, yes.
You were, and he was your boss.
Well, the show started before he and I got together. When we were collaborating on the show, that's when he was separated from his wife, and he was kind of, after me, and I was like, okay. And I, at the time, I was... this was like 5 years ago or something. I thought there was something kind of interesting about him. He's very smart.
Right.
He knew a lot about TV, And then I moved in with him, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to fucking kill this guy. So,
Is that what killed the relationship? Because you were working together, he was your boss, then he moves in, and you need your space.
Well, yeah, I would come home from work. I would do my show. And I would come home from work, and he's like, do you want to watch your show? And I'd be like, no, I just came from my show. Like, I don't want to watch myself on television.
So that kills the relationship. Does that always kill a relationship for you when a guy moves in? Are you just such an independent, strong woman that you can't live with a guy?
I would probably say that that's true. I mean, he's the only man I've ever lived with, and I don't think it's very hard to live with someone. I live with my brother and a lesbian from Dallas right now in Los Angeles. I like people in my house, but I don't necessarily want somebody in my room all the time.
So you're one of those people, like people might think you're a loner, but you're actually a people addict. You need someone around all the time.
Yeah.
But
probably.
you try to act like you're independent.
Yeah, but not a relationship.
No, I like relationships. I like short-term relationships mostly, or long-distance relationships under the right circumstances. But I come from a big family, so I like to have everybody around me. I like people to know they're there. If you want to interact, you can walk downstairs, do whatever. Or if you want to go upstairs and be alone, you can do either. I definitely don't like to be alone in a big house.
Freedom is a big deal for you then. Is it freedom?
I like to fly around, do whatever I want, bring my friend. I always bring a lot of people
What is it that you do that you have to do that a guy could hold you back from doing?
Masturbate. I masturbate all day long.
Do you?
No, I don't, actually.
Right.
I never masturbate, actually.
You used to masturbate a lot when you were younger,
Yeah,
right?
I did. Before I knew what I was doing was masturbating.
Right. And
But that was on a playground, so it was totally legal.
And when you masturbated, what did you think about? Would you think about guys you wanted to have sex with or guys you had had sex with?
No, I was 8, so I wasn't having sex.
No, you were masturbating when you were older.
No. I had a thing. I had a thing, like, on the play. When you're a little girl and you discover, like, you're riding on the monkey bars, and then all of a sudden the bell rings, and you're like,
right.
I can't go back to class. It's not even about sex. It's just about that sensation.
The release.
Yes.
But as a teenager, you didn't masturbate?
No. I kind of always thought masturbating was just like, I don't want to sit around like jerking off. I thought it was a waste of time, and I figure if I'm going to have sex with a guy, I'll have sex with a guy.
Were you popular? You're very pretty. Were you popular in high school? Because as a comedian, I would think, it's sort of a fine line. Like, you've got to be a hard ass, you got to be this and that and the other thing, and at the same time, you were the pretty girl. And everyone would say, well, pretty girls can't be funny.
Well, I was a little chunky. I wasn't fat or anything, but I definitely wasn't popular. I would go in and out of groups. Like, I would be in, like, the popular group, and then I would do something, and they would all hate me. And then I would go into, like, the less popular girls, and then somehow I would piss them off, and then I'd, like, just switch schools.
But you make it seem like you were out of control. Like, you were proud of the fact that you had a DUI when you were 21 years old. Like,
I wasn't proud of it. I just wasn't lying about it.
Right. You were upfront.
I'm a big proponent of just say what your shortcomings are and be honest about who you are. As long as you're honest, then nobody can ever say, oh, you fucking lied to me. I'm like, listen, any guy I date, it's like, well, I want to know about your history. It's like, well, it's in the book. I talk about it very openly.
It's liberating, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I don't like liars at
You
all.
are who you are.
But sometimes when you admit something in a book, and then someone brings it up like in an interview, or your friends bring it up, and all of a sudden you oh, shut up. I don't want anyone to know that. I've written things in my books that I go, oh, fuck, why did I write that? Because then it's out there. I guess I was in some sort of la-la land where I thought, no one will ever bring this up to me. You know, like
Right.
it'll all be quiet. I'll never have children one day. This kind of thing.
Right.
And then it all bites you in the ass, doesn't it?
Well, that's why I'm not going to have any children.
Right. You know that for a fact.
Yeah, I got my tube set on the way here this morning.
Perfect. I knew it.
You
looked a little.
You're the perfect girl.
Peeking. Where'd you grow up? In Boston?
Livingston, New Jersey.
Oh, Livingston, New Jersey. And you're growing up, and you're in the in crowd. You're out of the in crowd. But men play an essential role in your life. Are you always the girl with a boyfriend?
No, I mean I have relationships, and then I take nice long breaks in between. Like when Ted and I lived together for 4 years, and I literally woke up one morning. And I hadn't been drinking for like 2 weeks because I was getting ready for this Shape cover photo shoot, like with that magazine. And I hadn't been drinking. And so my mind was like, I was almost hallucinating because I drink on a regular basis. And I was.
So you had like the DTs?
So, no, but I was just so clear headed. You know, when you don't drink for a while, you're just like.
Reality looks
kind
of
like,
weird.
Oh my God, wait, what the hell am I doing? And I literally woke up and I looked at Ted. I'm like, I got to go. I'm like, I'm taking the dog and I'm moving out. I go, this is it.
That was the breakup.
Yeah, that was it. And he was like, Chelsea, you know, he's like, you haven't been drinking in 2 weeks. You're not thinking clearly.
You need to drink. So do you really drink that much?
No, I just drink. I don't get drunk very often, but I do drink regularly. Like
What
I don't
does that
drink
mean?
Monday. Like I won't drink usually if I'm working on my show, you know, which is almost every week. I don't drink like Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday and Saturday I'll drink, and then Sunday I start again, no drinking.
What are you drinking vodka? Are you drinking
Vodka mostly.
Do you
Or
drink
tequila.
wine or something?
Sometimes I have a glass of wine. If I'm just going to dinner and I'm not like going out, I'll just have a glass of wine.
And when you're drinking vodka, I mean, are you drinking a couple of drinks a night?
Yeah.
And do you think there's a problem?
No.
You don't. You don't think you're an alcoholic.
No, I don't have an alcoholic's personality. No, I've not. No, I've never really worried about that.
Have you ever been tested for like I went through
For
some
AIDS?
no for well that of course.
No, I just don't want to know.
do you make these guys wear a rubber when they bang you?
I make everybody give me an AIDS test whenever I start a relationship.
You do?
And yes, I use protection as most of the time.
I met you this summer. You were going out with a guy. I guess that's ended. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's over.
That's over. You were going out with him. He doesn't wear a rubber when he bangs you?
We didn't have sex. We were just seeing each other for 9 months. We just kissed.
Is that it? No, come on. When a
No,
guy
we had protected sex.
You did?
Yes.
But why
would you think that we wouldn't?
Because you give him the AIDS test.
Uh-huh.
And then sort of he's clean, I guess, of all diseases, and you are.
But I don't want to get pregnant either.
Right.
So, and I'm not on the pill.
And you would never take the pill.
No.
Because why should you put chemicals in your body? And
Well, right. I already drink all the time. I don't need the pill on me.
Right.
Like, I have enough stuff.
So it seems to me there's a weird dichotomy here. You want to be healthy. You want to get in shape for like a magazine cover. But at the same point, you're like, fuck it. I'm going to drink and I don't care about calories and all that other stuff. Do you care about your appearance?
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, I feel like, I feel like when you work really hard, you're allowed license to also play really hard, and I play very responsibly. I'm not running around at these clubs falling down like Paris Hilton. I don't operate like that.
Right.
I'm at home most of the time, or I'm at my friends' houses, or I'm at a dinner. It's kind of a more civilized. It's not like I'm 25 anymore. I'm 36, so I work out every day. I do Pilates every day, but when I want to drink, I drink. I don't make myself crazy.
And when you and I have this dilemma too. When you start to get famous and you're accepted by show business, so to speak, you've got the sitcom now going on, and the TV show is doing well, and the books are doing well, and you're making a lot of money. So people want to be friends with you, like a Jennifer Aniston. I know you're close to her, and there's some other, I don't know who else, like Reese Witherspoon, I've heard you mention with. All of a sudden, do you start to worry, I can't be so honest about them. I can't be honest about show business and the people because you're known for making fun of all these people. There's that weird thing where you start going to all these parties and then you worry about walking in the room and people are going to go like, oh, there's that bitch who made fun of me,
Well, that happens. I mean.
Do you get yelled at?
No one yells at me. I think, no. I mean, that would be really funny, though.
Would it be funny?
Screaming at me. Well, it would be funny because they would look like a total asshole. I mean, if you're taking me seriously, then you're an asshole anyway. It's not a serious program.
But you take it seriously when somebody says something about you and they say something negative.
Not
you get
really.
very hurt.
No, I don't ever respond to stuff like that.
Didn't you get into some Twitter war with Nick Cannon or something?
Yeah, no, I told Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon said he was going on tour, on a comedy tour, and I wrote, "Who's doing the comedy. And then he went nuts.
Right.
But I never responded again. I mean, I'm not going to fight with Nick Cannon.
Right.
Isn't that going to be your coworker?
Well, he is the star of the show. Is he
the star of the show?
Well, I guess
he's the host.
He's the host. He's the host of the show.
Yeah. And then this is the best part.
Right.
Then after I did that, I had to do some satellite radio tour for After Lately, my other show on E.
Right.
I had to do this like morning satellite tour, and it's like 4:00 in the morning, and you're doing stations on the East Coast. You're totally out of it. I wasn't even paying attention. I was like on my BlackBerry, and all of a sudden I'm on Nick Cannon's show, and he's like, "Well, what do you think of Nick Cannon?" I'm like, "I don't know. Who's Nick Cannon?" And he's like, "I'm Nick Cannon." He's like, "You went off on me on Twitter," and I said, "Actually, I didn't. I just made one comment, and then you went nuts." And I go, "And now you're an asshole because you look like you're fighting with someone who's not even fighting with you."
But why is he not a funny guy? Like you said, well, who's going to do the comedy? I mean, I think that's a great line, but you probably don't even know his comedy, right?
Well, I don't, and that's also a good point. That's relevant. But anyone who's married to Mariah Carey, I'm pretty sure doesn't have a great sense of humor. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, she's ridiculous. I mean, what is she? What is her game plan?
Well, what do you mean? What is her game plan?
I mean, what kind of person operates like that? Does she? I mean, she thinks she's worse than like Elizabeth Taylor. She thinks she's like. I mean, she's just so ridiculous with her body. Like, you see her one day and she's like 50 pounds like heavier or light. I mean, what is she doing? I don't even understand like what hemisphere people like that operate in. There's nothing real about her and her Hello Kitty, whatever.
Do you find that you're meeting more and more people like that? Are you getting more and more dragged out of reality now that you're in that Hollywood life? And I'm sure that you're at a lot of really cool parties and meeting a lot of very, very famous people. In a way, don't you sort of lose
that street cred?
Or being grounded in a sense.
Do you feel like that when you hang out with famous people that you lose your street cred?
No, because I'm so warped and so damaged that I don't think anything could make me healthy ever and get me.
You're never going to feel like you fit in?
I think if the Queen of England knighted me, I still wouldn't feel like I fit in. I don't know what would.
You feel like that. You felt like that your whole life, that you just do not fit in.
Yeah. Do you feel that way?
No. I feel like I fit in pretty much wherever I go. I mean, I've definitely, not because I have this huge ego. I honestly really don't take any of it very seriously. I think a lot of these people are ridiculous, and those people I would never befriend or pretend to. I'm not a fake person, and if I don't like someone, it's very clear to everyone in the room that I don't, and I have no problem, telling someone that I'd rather not be speaking to them or just walking away mid-sentence.
Are you a stand-up comedian? Is that how you started?
Yeah.
So when you're growing up in New Jersey, was your dream always to be a stand-up comedian?
No, that was like my worst nightmare.
What did you want to be?
I think I just wanted like people to hear what I had to say. Like I thought my opinion was very valuable at a very young age. And because I'm the youngest of 6, you just have to scream and yell to get heard. So that was definitely, a part of the...
Were you a loudmouth?
Yeah, I mean...
And you would mouth off about everything. Did you ever go up on a stage and do stand-up for a career?
Yeah.
Was that your start?
Yeah, that's how I started, yeah.
And you'd go up and you'd do your thing and you'd talk. Were you good at it?
I got good at it. I mean,
Right.
yeah, in the beginning I had an easier time. I think if it had been more difficult in the beginning, I would have probably given up more easily. But I had an easy time, and then I went through the rough patch, like, a year into it, where I would bomb all the time.
You mean the first time you got up, you were good at it?
Well, I mean, I had like 15 friends in the audience, too, so...
But where did you do that? Where did you go the first time?
The Improv on Melrose, and then the Laugh Factory.
Was it like, oh, my God, I got to go do this? I better go take 50 drinks and get up on that stage?
Yeah,
How old were you?
I had to have like 8 margaritas, 20.
You were 20 years old, and you walked up on a stage for the first time.
Mhm.
Did you have stuff written down that you were going to talk about?
Yeah.
And you were really well thought out about this. And who inspired all of this in you? Was there some person or some comedian that you looked up to?
Well, David Hasselhoff
He's funny.
Is a hero of mine.
So you laid down on the stage and started eating hamburgers drunkenly?
In an orange bathing suit.
Right.
No, I didn't want to do stand-up. It was just kind of like
What else to do?
I was auditioning and I was reading these people's lines. You go into auditions and everyone's skinnier and prettier, and I'm like, I'm Jewish and I'm never gonna be like a supermodel type girl, and I just didn't even have any interest in that. I just thought I wanted something where I could express my opinions and my point of view without anyone kind of editing me.
What do you mean you're Jewish? Your father's Jewish, not your mother.
Yeah, I was raised Jewish. I was bat mitzvah.
You were bat mitzvah and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what do you mean you were auditioning? You were going out and trying to, what, get on TV shows?
Yeah, like, no, like to be an actress. Yeah, to go. And I was a terrible auditioner. I mean, I couldn't even, that situation was way more uncomfortable than going on stage where you could just do what you wanted. And then if you don't get laughs, you act like that was on purpose.
Did you begin to lose faith in yourself because you'd go out and audition for TV shows or commercials or whatever the hell? And did you begin to say, maybe I'm not a performer?
Yeah, all the time. I was like, oh my God, what if because I was waiting tables for 6 or 7 years. And
where?
Oh my God, everywhere. A place called Roasty, Shy of Venice, everywhere in LA. And I got fired from every job I ever had.
Why? Because you didn't listen to authority?
Because I would go off on people. Like if I didn't like if someone
the customers?
The customers and my managers.
Right.
Like my manager was this cokehead, and he would just run it, and it was like this luncheon place. It wasn't even appropriate to be doing cocaine at that time of day. And he was just
in front of the help.
Yeah. And he'd be running around, he's like this Italian guy who's like, he's clearly jacked.
So tweaked.
Yeah, and I just went off on him. I was like, can you just wait and do coke till when it gets dark out?
You can't tell your boss when to do
like
coke.
A regular person.
Right.
Or I would go off on people if they left me crappy tips. I'd be like, you're an asshole. And, because, you'd have big parties, and people don't understand this in anywhere in tipping. And this is why I'm very sensitive to it, because I tip like 500% when I go out, because I know what it's like.
Right.
And you'd go, I had a table of these guys, and you always know it's bad when they start out like, we're going to take care of you. We got you tonight. Don't worry about us. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Means you're getting maybe 20% if you're lucky. There's not going to be anything over. Right.
And so we had these guys, and I was at this restaurant, Shy of Venice, in Venice, California, and he said, and this guy said that, and it was like an $800 bill. It ended up being like a bar tab. I worked in the bar, and it was a bar. It was a really nice restaurant bar. And so you have to pay taxes on that, especially when they pay with a credit card. You have to pay. People don't know that the waitress has to pay like 8% of that. So if you're not even tipping me 8%, I'm basically paying for you to go out to dinner.
Wow.
And so
I didn't know that.
Yes. So you have to pay a portion of your sales that are not in cash.
Right.
So the guys, he got money. I saw him collecting money from his whole group. And then, on $800, he tipped me like $10.
Wow.
And I went right up to him in front of everyone. And I was like, and his last name was some Jewish thing. And I was like, listen, it's Jews like you that give Jews like me a bad name.
Right.
And I said, just so you all know, he tipped me $10, took your money, tipped me $10 on $800, and probably pocketed the rest. So have a great night, and congratulations on your friend.
And you got fired for that. Well, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, you have a good point. In fact, I've gone to dinner with friends who I look over and I see what they're tipping, and I go, I would rather just pay the bill so I can give the waiter a decent tip.
Absolutely. I don't trust some of the people that I dine with to do the right thing by tipping. So people are always like, Chelsea, you have to stop paying. And I'm like, I'd rather settle this. And I don't like people talking about spending money, like paying, like, I'll get this, you get that. It's like, just someone pay.
Just somebody pay.
I'm not splitting it. I'm not 8, okay? We don't need to split this.
You know what I do? I sneak money into the thing after everybody's done.
A psychiatrist.
Say I have to go back to the table.
A psychiatrist might say to you that the reason you have to leave a 50 or 60% tip is that you need to be loved.
Yeah.
And you need to be sort of the star all the time, that you're not willing to be a regular person and leave 20%. You think that's accurate about you?
It sounds like somebody's been seeing a psychiatrist.
Oh, 5 days a week. Do you think that's accurate about you, too?
No, of course, there's some element of that. Of course, you want people to, it's kind of like buying people's, I like to lay down the groundwork for a place. This is very true. If I'm going to go back there, I want them to know, A, to always give me a good table, to treat me well, and that they're going to get a good tip.
Yeah, but what about your friends? You're paying for all of them all the time.
Well, I make more money than most of my friends, so it's just normal that I should pay.
But you're the star.
Yeah, right. No, that's absolutely true. Yes, it makes you kind of the center of attention, but that's not, after a while, you kind of are the center of attention just by way of, we're all friends. I have a huge group of friends, and everyone has independent relationships without me. But yes, there is a definite, like, we go on vacation. It's like, you get the plane, you pay for I do that all because I like also to be the one that makes the call if I don't want to do something.
Was being famous really important to you?
Yes.
It was.
Honestly, it was.
If you hadn't been a success, would that have been very shameful for you with your family? Were they giving you pressure and saying, what the fuck are you doing with your life with all this performing? Maybe it's time, that you've got...
running around.
Right. Yeah, seriously. Would that have been just the biggest shame to you?
Well, it would have been shameful to me. My family's pretty cool. They're very supportive of everything I do, and they always have been. I have lots of brothers and sisters, so we kind of have I spent the whole day with them yesterday at my sister's house in Randolph, and we have a good family, but it was more important to me than anything, I think, because a lot of high school and, I spent a lot of times I was getting, bullied, not in a terrible way, like physical violence, but, emotionally. It's hard to be a girl in high school. And, I gave it out too. I wasn't mature. I wasn't wise. I gave it out too, but I got a lot of it.
But coming home and saying fuck you to all those people who bullied you is probably the greatest thing about becoming successful and famous, isn't it?
It's your motivation, definitely. For me, it was my impetus to become. I was like, wait till these bitches see what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a TV show, and then I'm going to have famous friends, and then you're going to see me, and then you get it. And that the exact thing that you're discussing happened to me. I was performing at the Prudential Center in Newark like a year ago, and this girl, Allison Ubaldi, who was like the queen of Livingston High School, was backstage in my VIP room, where people get meet and greet, and I was
sucking up to you.
Yeah, and I saw her, and I was like, I remember you. You tortured me throughout high school, but by that time, you don't care about you don't care about it anymore. It's not like I sit around thinking about Allison Ubaldi. Like, has 2 8-year-old twins and a fat Jewish husband. So I was like, well, great.
But when it happens, it's wonderful because I remember a similar situation. There was a guy in high school who just would not be nice to me or my mother. We were in a carpool together.
Or your mother.
Or my mother.
That's worse.
He was just so fucking rude. And then one day I ran into him and he came up to me and he goes, you and I have so much in common. You have 3 kids. I have 3 kids. We should hang out. And I was like, you got to fucking be kidding me. You are a scumbag. But it somehow loses
its allure. Absolutely.
I thought it was going to be a great moment. I only felt bad for this guy. Like, I almost felt like he seemed like he was such a down loser. It almost didn't matter anymore,
That's exactly right. I mean, that's your impetus. And, when I say I wanted fame, as a young person, I did. I really wanted to be famous, and my real goal was because of, like, these girls. I wanted everyone to know I was special, that I was talented, that I was different, that I wasn't just, because my family was embarrassing. My dad was like a used car dealer. Our house was like the Sanford and Son of the neighborhood. It was fucking embarrassing.
Is that true?
Yeah. I mean, my dad's like a pig, and he's a really bright guy, but he's a pig. And he
is he still alive?
Yeah, I just was with him yesterday, watching him drool all over himself.
Your parents are still married?
My mom died like 5 years ago, but my dad killed her. No. So
that'd be good for your sitcom.
Right. That'd be good for comedy. Right?
Yeah.
So, no, but I wanted fame. But once you get a little taste of fame and what it brings you, it's almost, I don't know if you feel this way, but I feel like like a little goes a long way, because I have the perfect thing. I'm not in the tabloids. I don't get my photograph taken a lot. People are, I think most of the press think I'm like one of them.
Right.
So I have kind of the best of both worlds, because I do pretty much whatever I want. I don't get followed on vacation. I don't get pictures.
Why is that, though? Why are you not, in a sense, more famous?
Well,
I mean, you're selling all these books. Your TV show is highly rated. And yet you're somehow flying under the radar.
I don't know, but it's pretty kind of fantastic when you think about it, because it works in both ways. Like, I get to go to great restaurants and get tables and get reservations where I need to, or the clubs I want to go to if I want to. Like, the other night this weekend we had a great, but it's they treat you well wherever you go, but I don't have paparazzi following me, so I'm like, God, it's a really good thing. Like, you want to be kind of, I think under the radar is a little bit cooler to be.
I do too, but I also think when you're hanging, but I think there's ways to be under the radar, and a lot of people who you see in the tabloids every week go out of their way. You think they don't, but they do. They go out of their way. You can stay out of that stuff.
Well, like people like Jen Aniston and Reese Witherspoon are not trying to get photographed. They honestly get followed. But people like the Kardashians or, Denise Richards, when she's standing in her high heels on a bikini at a pool, in a bikini at a pool. And you're like, I mean, really? Is that a candid shot?
No way, that
somebody got of you?
Do you love reading the tabloids as much as I do?
I
love it. Why? Because why not?
Because I used to, but every day at work, it's like, oh, God, like they're all so, because it's all made up.
It's all the same.
And it's all made up. I mean, I've read stories about myself that couldn't be further from the truth. So once you realize that it's all fake and just a story, and, Brad and Angelina are like,
Jennifer doesn't want to get back with Brad?
Big surprise. Yeah, they're still talking.
But look how weird it gets too. I mean, you became friends with Jennifer Aniston, and I think you felt an emotional involvement with her, where you would go up on stage and say what you're feeling, and you'd go out there and say, you know what, Angelina Jolie is an asshole, whatever the hell you'd say.
But by the way,
but Jennifer then comes down on you and says, don't do that. You know,
first of all, that's
all horseshit.
That's all horseshit. First of all, I was talking about Angelina Jolie ever since she made out with her brother.
Right.
So I've been making fun of her, and I've been doing that in my set on my act for like a couple of years. By the time I had just gone to Cabo with Jen, and so when I came back, they made it sound like Jen all of a sudden divulged all this. To this day, Jen and I have never even discussed what happened with Brad. It's just not even like on her radar.
Jen has a great ass. I'll tell you why. How I came to know this. I was doing a benefit. And I forget what it was, but
it was the one for Paul McCartney. He was there, and
right.
it was David Lynch.
David Lynch Foundation, yeah. And I see a girl. I was with my wife. We were hanging out, and we were standing up. We're listening to some music, and I see, like 5 rows ahead of me, someone's ass. And I don't know. I'm not pervy like that, but I'm looking, and I go, oh my God, this is like the greatest ass I've ever seen on a woman.
She's got a pretty amazing body.
It was her ass.
Yeah, she's got a nice ass. I don't think anyone would debate that.
I don't think of her like that. I mean,
really?
I don't see her as very sexual, and yet in person there was a whole thing going on there between me and her ass.
She's got a great body. Yeah, I mean...
Where's it at with you, though, with guys? Because I'm thinking you're intimidating to men.
I'm sure a lot of men really don't like me.
Because you're opinionated. You got to be able to hold your own with you. You've got a lot of really, great ideas.
Are you sarcastic and pithy like that in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like what I am. I mean, I'm like this all the time, but I love men. I really do. Like, I really love being with a man, and I'm not a cheater. Like, I don't like dating. If I'm dating somebody, even if it was like, 50 Cent.
You dated 50 Cent?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I did.
You had sex with him?
Yeah.
How was that? He seems like a stud, 50 Cent.
He's actually a lot different than you would think. He's very sweet.
Right.
He's really sweet. He's got this great big smile, and his energy's just like he's like a big black teddy bear.
Right.
You just kind of want to like jump on him. And I never, I wasn't really,
Was he the first black guy you ever were with?
No. I've been with black guys in high school and stuff. No, I've always had a little thing for black guys. I don't know really what it is. I think it runs in my family, but my dad likes black women too.
You inherited.
Yeah, I inherited the gene.
You're saying your dad likes black guys too.
It's an atavistic gene that I've inherited.
So 50 Cent gets in bed, you're not intimidated because he's a great rap guy, the myth with the big cock and the whole thing.
The shootings, the whatever.
You can handle all that.
I mean, I thought it was kind of amusing that I would even be with 50 Cent. I thought it was funny.
It is funny.
It was.
Will you fuck a guy just because it's funny?
This is going to be a great joke.
No, honestly, I've considered having sex because I've been with my girls. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just had sex with him?
But answer it honestly. Is it more exciting to be with a famous guy than a just sort of a businessman or something? Because even maybe the way your mind works is like, wow, I've got a good story here for a book. Like, not that you would give every gory detail, but there is something exciting in it, right? In the idea of you hooking up with a famous rap guy.
With a famous rap guy.
Or any famous guy.
Well, no, I mean, I don't like, first of all, I really try to avoid ever dating another celebrity because I just feel like that world is, look at everyone. Everyone's such a mess,
Right.
That world is just not real, and it's very hard to maintain a relationship when you marry. When you marry, or you get involved with another celebrity, and you're away, everyone's away. It's fun for a little hookup, but it's not going to ever be anything serious. But I definitely didn't have sex with 50 Cent for attention, no.
Was 50 Cent a one-nighter?
No, we dated for like a couple months, and then we had a falling out.
What was your falling out? I think you two have so much in common. Yeah, what do you? Did you call him 50 or 50?
No, I called him. Sometimes I called him 25.
Right.
And sometimes I called him Curtis. I think that's his name. Curtis.
Oh, if you're a girlfriend, you get to call him
Curtis. I'm not
Curtis.
going to call him Fitty. Come on. I'm a Jewish woman. Like, this is ridiculous.
And when you go over his house, there's a lot of black people there, right? And you're the only white girl sometimes.
Yeah, he was renting a house in Hollywood, and I live in Los Angeles, and so he was renting a house. He was doing an album, so he has like a whole little coterie of, well, probably that's not the right word, but whatever. His driver and gang. No, but he's very clean cut. I don't know if he was lying to me, but he doesn't do drugs. He doesn't even drink alcohol.
Wow.
He doesn't smoke pot. He doesn't do anything that I like, and so I was.
Do you like weed?
Yeah, I smoke weed.
Yeah.
I don't smoke it a lot, but if it's available, I smoke.
Do you have medical marijuana?
I don't have a license for myself, but I have people give it to me.
Right.
The chocolate stuff.
You love it.
Which is very strong. So
Right.
I can't really do that. But
And you
know,
don't get paranoid when you smoke?
No.
You're okay.
You get paranoid.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I can't handle a lot.
You're a mess.
I can't handle leaving the house.
What about alcohol?
I think I'm stopping drinking, but I've been drinking. I started drinking when I was 40, and I've been drinking ever since.
And what do you drink?
I just drink wine or sometimes vodka, but I'm thinking of stopping.
Well, you're really like calorie conscious, right?
Yeah, well,
you and Beth, aren't you guys kind of like?
Beth drinks. She could care less about the calories.
Oh, okay.
She's a freak. She can eat and drink, and nothing happens
But why
to her.
are you thinking of stopping? What's the deal?
That's a whole nother
Probably
long.
just because it's one more thing for you to think about and obsess about.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I mean, it's a long explanation, and it'll take away from you, and this is about you.
Well,
so,
the thing is, when you're thinking about drinking like that, their drinking is a problem.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of
I
people,
like it a
you know,
little too much.
Does your personality change when you have a cocktail?
No. I mean, I get happier.
Yeah, but that's great.
Yeah, and I relax a little
right,
more.
Right, that's the point.
Yeah, and
So-
I've cut it down to like 1 or 2 drinks. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, actually, I suck cock when I drink. Okay. All right, I don't want to talk about it. So you're where were we?
50 Cent. We're talking about 50
Right,
Cent.
right.
So, okay, so he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke pot, he didn't do anything. So I thought that was refreshing. I was like,
Right.
oh, that's fun, because and so we hung
Did
out.
you still do all that stuff around him, or did you
Well,
try
I
to
always
stick
drink.
with
Yeah,
him?
I mean, I don't really like. I smoke pot once in a while, but yeah, I'd smoke pot around him. He just never wanted to. I mean, there's always someone around me who's got pot, so it's not hard to come by.
When you're going out with a 50 Cent, are you always aware of race? Are you always aware that he's black and you're white?
Well, yes.
It's constantly.
Well, I mean, how could I not be aware? What am
you
I?
look at him and you see that.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like what? I mean, you're black.
Do you get off on the black and white thing? Is there something
No.
cool about it that you're a blonde girl? You're so
It's
light
like the
skinned.
opposite.
Yeah. Is there something sort of incredibly erotic about that?
Well, black guys are pretty, like, very, very masculine, and I
Right.
really like that. That's the
No,
aspect
you
that
could
I
never
like.
go out with me then.
And I like guys that are, in charge. And you know what?
Does it enter into the sex? Does he ever say,
No,
you
the
white?
sex was okay. I mean, it was just normal. It was fine. It wasn't
Right.
like mind blowing. I've had much better sex with other people, but it was good. I
Who
mean,
was your best sex with? Not Ted, please.
no,
I mean, come on.
no,
Come on, not Ted.
I don't know. Who my
Andre,
best sex with
that
is.
guy I met?
No, I
He
don't
seemed
know.
like a real nice guy, your boyfriend over the summer. I
yeah,
liked
he
him.
is a nice guy.
I mean, I don't know what happened there, but he seemed very, very intelligent and nice.
He's intelligent. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a guy. He's that relationship just ran its course. But
On whose part, his or yours?
well, I think it was mine.
You got bored?
No, I didn't get bored. I just,
Maybe he was too mature for you.
No, he's not too mature. We just, I can't really speak about him because he's actually the only person I've ever dated who asked me, please not, because he's like, you have an advantage that I don't, where you're in the media and you're constantly
Right.
on TV. And he's got 2 girls whom I respect and like really cared about. So
Right.
I'd rather not discuss him just because he asked me not to.
Do you get heartbroken at the end of a relationship? Do you have to like not date someone for a couple of months and like get over something, or are you just like sort of?
I like to take breaks in between. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard. I mean, you can fool around with people and stuff, but I mean, not really date again right after,
And in between boyfriends, you won't use a vibrator on yourself?
No.
You're not that sexually driven.
No, I mean, I'm into sex. When I'm seeing someone, I want to have sex with them all the time. But when I'm not, I don't like get horny. I'm not like I have girlfriends who are like, I'm so horny, and I'm like, what? Why? Like, what would?
That's not your thing.
No.
Is it important to you to put on a presentation for a man? Will you shave your vagina for him? Will you do that whole? Will you take all the hair off?
No, I have laser hair removal, so all that's left there is like an E and an exclamation point.
And you're saying that works? Oh, that's good. Are you saying that works, hair removal? Because it really doesn't. It grows back. I mean, it does.
Why
doesn't
did
it?
you do? Did you do hair removal on your asshole?
Not on my
Because
asshole.
your asshole really is the biggest
It's
surprise
my
part.
asshole is so disgusting. I can't imagine letting anyone back there to remove the hair from it. I mean, there were tufts of hair back there, honest to God, and dingleberries and everything. I just don't even want to talk about
My
that.
asshole is so disgusting. That's a great beginning of
my
a
God.
sentence.
Did you remove hair? Did you have any hair in your asshole?
I don't think so.
No,
No,
but you
men
removed
do.
the vagina hair. Did you
Well,
do your
I did my
underarms?
underarms. I did like my, just my bikini area, but there's still something there. I mean, I just I like clean, like hairless on women. I don't like a lot of hair. I'm blonde, mostly on my arms and stuff, so I don't really have to worry about it. My legs are kind of blonde, so.
But will you ever go to a strip club with a guy?
I mean, I have. I mean, it kind of seems like something girls do to just impress men, doesn't it?
Would you ever get it on with another girl for a guy?
I've had sexual experiences with women and men at the same time.
You have?
Like a threesome, yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I do actually. Well, I did. I haven't done that in a long time.
What did you do to the women? Did you?
No, I didn't really do anything. They kind of just did stuff to me.
Oh, you didn't go down on them?
No, but you know, it can be kind of sexy if you really are like if you really trust a guy, or the opposite, where you do not care about him at all. Then it's a good
Right.
situation.
But you've never been in an experience where there were two guys on you.
No. I don't think I can handle that.
Too much going on.
No,
at
I already
once.
had 50 Cent. That's like pretty much where I draw the line in the sand.
Do you watch porn? No.
I have. I don't on a regular basis.
What was the falling out with 50 Cent about? I mean, what do you fall? I mean,
so
he seems like a
stupid.
nice guy.
Well, it was so dumb. I mean, it's almost embarrassing. I can't really remember exactly the details, but I'll tell you what I can remember.
Right.
I think one of his ex-girlfriends was coming on my show.
Okay.
And she's one of those singers. I can't remember her name. Do you know who that is? Like.
Oh, I know. It's. Well, I talked to him about this.
She's really hot.
singer?
Really hot. Like.
Yes, I asked him about her.
It'll come to me exactly. Like this is who it's so stupid.
There was some girl he was. Yeah, right.
Okay, so anyway, he was dating her, I guess, previous to me. And, you know, we were in a very exclusive relationship.
Really?
No, he sent me a bunch of flowers.
Yeah.
This is how it started. He sent me, like, flowers. He was on my show, you know, and he was cute. I flirt with all, like, you know, the cute guys on my show. And I thought he was just adorable.
Right.
And then he started sending me flowers. And I was like, but ridiculous amounts of, like, you know, like 50 white roses. And it was, like, laughable. I'm like, get these out of my office. This is so embarrassing.
Right.
Then he started to call my office. And my assistant was like, okay, 50 Cent is calling. And I swear I think it is him. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Liked you.
So I got on the phone and he's like, you know, and he's very much, it's like he talks, you know, he's not a grammatical genius. So it's kind of like silly because I'm like, this is so stupid. He's like,
can you go out with a guy who doesn't know grammar?
No, I can't. I
Right.
mean, you should have seen some of the texts he used to send me. I was like, oh my God.
Were you correcting the spelling?
No,
and
I
wanting...
didn't even bother. I'm like, as if he's all of a sudden going to get an education now. You know, at
but it
10
is
days.
such a turn.
Doing okay without one.
But it is such a turn off to
I know.
women when a guy like my grammar is not great because you should see where I went to school. But my grammar is not great sometimes, and Beth will get really irritated with me because she'll correct my grammar.
Oh,
Because,
really?
Yeah, because I know how important that is. I mean, you want to feel like your man has his grammar together.
Yeah,
at
like I
least.
won't even write you as you in an email or text.
Really?
Like that
Right.
annoys me so much,
me
and
too.
I hate people. You know,
I
like,
have to abbreviate.
I can't even it took me like 5 years to be able to write OMG just because it saves me time. But like I've never in my life written LOL. I find it to be. It's like if you're so busy laughing, then how are you texting? Like what do you mean
No
LOL?
one is. No one's LOL.
laughing.
Right.
No one's laughing.
It's all bullshit. No one's laughing.
So anyway, so he sent me. So he called me on the phone. Finally, I picked up the phone. I had avoided him for a couple days.
Vivica Fox.
No,
she's not a singer. That's why I didn't say her name.
No, but she's kind of.
All right, but go ahead. Yeah. Anyway. Right.
It was. I'll remember the name before I leave. And so-
Shaniqua Thompson.
Yeah, it was
there
definitely
you go.
Shaniqua.
Yeah. All right, but anyway, so go ahead. You were saying he was texting you. You were willing to overlook the grammar. You were
No. He wasn't texting me first. First, he sent me all these flowers. Right. He kept calling my office, and I just kept saying, "I'm out. I'm not telling him I'm not here."
Right.
Finally, I picked up the phone, and I'm like, "What's up?" You know, and he said, "Hi. You know, I really like to." He said some silly line, but it was very cute, and like I was like, "Oh, he's sweet. Like he's not like carrying a gun right now." and I was going to Nashville, maybe, or New Orleans, or one of those places. I was going to Nashville, I think, to do a show. I was on tour for my last book, and I was going on tour, and I said, "You know, I'm going to New Orleans," because he's like, I was in LA, and I was trying to get a hold of you, and I said, "Oh, well, I'm." You know, and he said, "I'm in New York now." I said, "Oh, well, I'm going to Nashville this weekend." He said, "Can I meet you there?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And so he came to Nashville to my show, and then, you know, we had sex, and then then he moved to LA because he was tape recording, and so we just kind of saw each other for
Nothing
a few months.
freaky sexually. It was just kind of normal.
it's pretty
Didn't try to put it
normal.
in your backside. Anything
No,
like that.
no,
None of
that would not have
should he
fit
do
there.
that?
I don't know. You
So-
don't go for that, do you? That's nonsense.
No, but I'll ask him if he wants to fuck you in your hairy asshole. Hairy asshole.
You think he
I'll
would?
never forget that line. I have a really hairy asshole. That's a
Well,
really
I mean,
great-
every guy does. It's like, you know what? It's probably mine's not even that hairy, but I mean, I know there's some hair in there. I can pull on
So
it.
what did you get lasered off if you didn't get that?
I had hair over here on the back of my arm, and I said,
totally
I
get
can't
that.
stand it. So my wife was getting her bikini line done. I said, hey, laser off these hairs. I went 6 fucking times like they told me. This shit grew back even thicker. I mean,
Really?
yes,
It did?
it did. Yes.
Really?
Yes, it
Mine
does.
doesn't grow back. I mean, I go like once a year for a touch-up, but I did this like 8 years ago. That's very strange that it grew back.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it grew right back.
All of it?
Yeah, it looked like a gorilla back there now.
Oh, that's too bad.
It's not even a lot of hair.
Yeah.
It's very little.
Huh.
But I don't like it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to blame you. That's not a great place to have hair.
And then I finally just said, you know what? I'm a guy. So what if I have fucking hair there?
What about your back? Do you have hair on your back?
No.
Oh, well, then don't worry about it. That's
Yeah,
not.
thank
That's
God.
the
Is that
worst.
gross for a woman to see?
Kind of gross. Yeah.
Should a guy shave that off?
I don't know about shaving it, but you gotta put it somewhere. Like you
What
gotta
do you
take
do with
it.
that?
I don't know. Redistribute it somewhere else on your body. that
Put
you
it on
need
your
to
head?
take- Yeah, maybe.
Isn't it terrible when a guy has no hair on his head and he's got it all on his back?
Yeah. Ugh, God.
It's the worst.
Hairy shoulders are the worst.
You think you're ever going to get married?
No.
Oh, so you never got to the
Okay, so
50 cents?
50
Yeah,
cents.
right.
Sorry, this is we digress. So.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think. So we went out, we dated.
fucked, you
we had
did.
sex, and my friends all loved him. Like my friends fell in love with him because they were just like, this guy is like this huge like gangster guy who's like the sweetest.
Who are your friends?
Just a bunch of people that I've collected over the years.
This is not the Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon. These are just regular
No,
folks.
but they loved that I was dating him. They're like, Chelsea, come on. And I'm like, I mean, they were both just laughing really hard at it. I mean, everybody was. But
Do
I
you
don't
like
really,
rap music?
I mean, I did for that period of time.
You got into it?
I kind of do.
Yeah, right.
I like rap music if it's really good. You
Right,
know, I
right.
like Eminem. Obviously, he's pretty talented.
He's good, yeah.
So we dated for a couple of months, and this is the best part. He was going to come with my family because I was going to Anguilla to go to Christmas vacation.
Right.
And I go every year somewhere with my family. I was going to actually bring him because he had met my family at one of my shows in Newark. He would come with me to a lot of shows, like, he'd come and meet me in a lot of places. And so so we went to Anguilla. Or no, right before Anguilla, this girl, Ciara, that's her name.
Ciara.
Ciara.
Okay, yes.
Okay. She was coming on the show, and he called me to tell me something about her. She still calls him all the time, and she's still like in love with him or something. And I was like at my job, and I'm like, I go, Curtis, honestly, like, this is like 8th grade shit.
Yeah, who cares?
I go, I don't, what is this? Why are you telling me this? I go, this girl's coming on my show tomorrow. Now I have to look at her and think that your guys have like some weird thing going on or had going on or whatever.
Right.
And it was just so juvenile that I was like, I'm at my work, I work my ass off. I work all the time on a million different things. And even though it's not like important work, I'm working hard, I'm doing
Right.
shit.
Yeah, no, it's
So-
exhausting.
So and he was like, I'm going to, I want you to hear this conversation.
Never.
Well, no,
He was insulted by what you
Oh
said.
yeah, whatever I said. When I told my friends what I said, they're like, "You will never hear." This is like a proud black man who you just basically tore apart and like put to shame. And we were going to Anguilla, like he had his ticket, he was coming.
Wow.
I was going with my family, and I kept saying to my friends, "I'm like, I wonder if he's going to just show up." And they're like, "No, Chelsea, he's not going to show up. He's never going to speak to you again. You totally insulted him." Like, and I don't remember the term I used, but it was like equivalent to saying you're a street person. Like,
Right.
you don't.
Did you say you're
I
ghetto or
I said
something?
something like that.
Something
yeah,
like
I
that.
said you have no business even talking to someone like me, and it was very mean. What I
So
said.
you'll never,
Yeah.
there'll never be a reconciliation. We'll never see you as Mrs.
No,
Cent.
but he, no,
Right.
I mean, he never came. I mean, obviously, he never showed up to Anguilla, which was actually better because he couldn't swim. So I didn't understand why he was coming in the first place. But no,
Right.
he said nice things about me, and I have nice things to say about him because I do think he's a really nice guy, and I think he's smart in a certain way. He's just like was obviously not going to be a long-term relationship.
I thought you were going to leave the talk show. You were kind of making rumblings. Was that a negotiating ploy, or were you really kind of done with it? Like, I've read things from you where you say, you know what, I think I'm done with that show. It was a part of my life, but it's a lot of work, and I don't even know that it turns me on anymore. Is that true?
Well, I bet.
You want something deeper.
I wanted something that was a little bit more intelligent because I was kind of feeling, and I was also still dating Andre, so that
Right.
was like there was an element of him like come to New York, spend more time in New York, and I was like, okay, how do I get and I wanted being around him. I was just starting to like kind of doubt the stuff I was doing, and he's
What do you mean doubt the stuff you
just
were
like
doing?
I wanted to do something a bit more mindful, maybe like a more of like a hipper, younger 60 Minutes or something cool.
Not
that
so
was
much
like,
celebrity driven,
Yeah.
goofing around about pop culture.
Yeah, and then I kind of, once we broke up, I kind of like snapped into it. I'm like, I can make the show kind of what I want. I already have like this loyal audience that tunes in for me every night. Why shake that up? I mean, I'm the only female.
You got a good thing.
I've got a great thing going, and a friend of mine.
And they'll go with you where you go.
Right.
You know?
Or
no, stay where you are.
No,
you got a good
I meant
thing.
Not go, but if she wants to go in a different direction,
you
she
can do it there.
That.
Right. And that's what was pointed out to me by a friend of mine, David Janellari. I don't know if you know him. He runs MTV. And he.
I'm too secluded to know him.
You don't go
I don't go anywhere.
But he was saying, he's like, you have such an advantage. You're in such a great position of, like, strength right now. You're the only female that has a successful late night show. It's cool, it's hip, and everybody wants to be a part of it. Why would you ever go and start something new that may or may not work?
And he is supportive of you, and you have that. Are you spreading yourself too thin now? You have the sitcom. It's the sitcom just start. You write the sitcom?
No. I have this show. I have Chelsea Lately. I have After Lately, which Jennifer, actually, Reese was on last night. Jennifer's on the next weekend. That's Sunday nights at 11.
Okay.
It's really funny. That show is hilarious.
So why did you take on an additional show?
Well, because I didn't have to be in it, and it's a whole set of writers, and they just wanted to do it based on my book. So I decided to play my sister just because I could throw in, and we come in and we punch it up on Friday. And the sitcom.
What's the schedule, though, on the sitcom? I mean, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
I tape my show, Chelsea Lately, Monday through Wednesday. I double up on Wednesdays. Then I shoot After Lately on Thursdays, and then I shoot Are You There, Chelsea on Fridays. So it's just a different show every day. So it's not that. It's just going to work every day at a different place.
So you don't have to be there all week on set.
No, I come in and just do my lines and get out. I'm not a big preparer. I like to do things.
When you say do your lines and get out, do you have some sort of photographic memory? Do you just walk in and you know? I mean, there's a lot of lines in a sitcom.
No, I literally just paraphrase. I don't even say what's on the page. I mean, I'm the most frustrating actor to work with.
But yeah, isn't that hard for the person that you're in a scene with? Because they have to know where you're ending. Don't they? I mean, that was explained to me on my movie. I went in and started ad-libbing. They said, no, you don't understand. There's other actors and they're waiting for their cue. I go, what? Oh, really? Can't we just roll this and see what happens?
Are you talking about Mary McCormick?
Every actor, they all yelled at me.
Yeah.
You're friends with Mary.
I'm really good friends with Mary.
Right.
I love Mary. She's the best. No, that's the only reason why I do, because we punch, I'm an executive producer, obviously, so they run everything by me. I do the editing and stuff, but, the sitcom world can be a very cheesy landscape, and I was very hesitant to even go into it because that's just not what I'm about.
Right.
And so, the show, I thought, I can add it by, playing my sister, giving myself a role that no one else would ever give me, some, blonde, conservative Christian with, brunette, that, gives birth in the first episode. So the show actually...
Who approached you to do the show?
Tom Warner.
Oh, okay. And so when he approaches you, you have to really sit down with whoever advises you and say, is this really me? I'm not a sitcom person. I got to be really careful. I could fuck my career up.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, I have, several, the thing is, the worst thing that could happen is if this show doesn't work, I have 2 other TV shows.
Right.
I'm in a pretty fortunate place and I'm aware of it. And
at some point, you can't worry so much. You got to be willing to take some risks.
I'm not like that. I'm not a nervous Nelly anymore.
You're not neurotic about your career.
No.
In the beginning, you were.
Yeah, I was much more worried about what people thought. Now I'm just like, what, if someone gets pissed off or they're not, I'm like, well, that'll blow over. They'll get over it. I don't really care. I have too many things. There's so many things going on. It's really hard to focus that much, which can be advantageous, and then the opposite, because you're not putting enough effort in or you're putting, too much effort in. But, After Lately and Chelsea Lately are my 2 babies. And then Are You There, Chelsea is a sitcom. It's getting really good. I was really concerned because I didn't think it was very funny in the beginning, but it's gotten really good. As the episodes come on, people will see that. So
people have to watch it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they should watch it if they want to. If they don't want to, then don't watch it.
So now summing up. Let's take a look at the landscape. In summation, I think you had a good time here today.
I did.
I think it was fun.
I'm so glad you're finally here. I've been wanting you to be on this show forever.
Well, now I'll come back all the time. I don't know why I haven't been on the show. I asked them that. I called you guys, by the way. I said I'm coming to New York. I'd like to be on the show.
Well, that's how you get on the show.
Yeah, Gary doesn't want to approach anybody. Are other comics nice to you?
Yeah, to my face, but I'm sure that I'm sure a ton of them hate me. I always hear about things that people say about me. And
female comics, are they jealous?
Really?
What have you heard?
I've
just
heard
that.
I've heard that I can't believe she has a career. It's such bullshit. And
yeah, this is your career.